Hello and welcome to the Land Bretonnia Fair. Today we're introduced to the anti-hero of the tale. We meet Ethelmax the Paladin, who has been left in charge of his ancestral castle. But little does he know, Thrain, the Dwarf King, has come to mount an objection to the castle's location and its disruption of trade routes agreed by lords of the castle long ago. Now this, for a dwarf, is in recent memory, and indeed it was Thrain that agreed that the trade routes would be left open, but the memories of men are short. Hello and welcome to In the Old World. I'm joined again by Phil.
Hey.
Who's going to be playing Dwarfs versus my Bretonnian Exiles, who have occupied a castle. It's blocking your trade route, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
That's not what we agreed 2,000 years ago.
Exactly.
There's a grudging. It's a grudging.
Yep.
So my plucky defenders are going to be represented by Ethelmax the Paladin. Mm-hmm. We've got the Virtue of Purity, Armour of Meteoric Iron, and a Frontier Axe of Tree Chopping, which we'll see if it works well on dwarf necks as well. I've got a Paladin with Talisman of Protection, BSB, Morningstar and Shield.
Right, yeah.
I've got an Outcast Wizard who is level 3 with Demonology, and on that I've got Demonic Vigour, I've got the Summoning, and I've got Gathering Dark.
Right.
Oh no, it's Vessel that I've got. I've then got, sorry everyone, a Paladin on Royal Pegasus.
Boom.
With Noble Disdain, the virtue of Noble Disdain. So I hate everyone who has got a missile weapon. Mm-hmm. He has got a lance, a shield, obviously Royal Pegasus. I've got 14 Knights of the Realm on foot with Musician, Champion, Great Weapons and Shield. I've got 8 Foot Knights, again, no upgrades this time, but that is where my BSB is going to go. 36 Yeoman Guard. I've got the Blessed Triptych, which makes me stubborn, and that is where my Baron Ethelmax is going to go. Mm-hmm. I've got 10 Peasant Bowmen, who are on the camera right of the castle, facing off against the Slayers that are over there. Hopefully they'll pull their weight there, right? I've got 10 Border Town Brigands with 10 crossbows. And finally, I've got a Border Town Prince's Bombard, who is occupying one of the towers.
Yeah.
Now, attacking, what have you got, Phil?
Right, so I've got my High King, Thrain, son of Thrandin, son of Thra. He's here to avenge the grudge. High King of Khazad-dûr. So he's a Dwarf King on shield bearers with a great weapon. 2 Runes of Fury. The Master Rune of Alaric the Mad. It's Ignore Armour Saves.
It's Ignore Armour Saves.
He's also got 2 Runes of Shielding, so 5 up. I've then got a Thane, who is the Battle Standard. Targin Tallbrow, that's his name. He's also on shield bearers, or well, actually his own sort of portable set of stone stairs. He's got great weapon, also got a shield. He's the BSB, and he's got the Master Rune of Grugni, which is the 5 up ward, and Stroller's his rune. And then he's got 2 Runes of Fury and a Rune of Preservation. Then in my core I've got 18 Longbeards, full command. They are with the king and pushing the siege tower. I've got 16 warriors, great weapons, full command, and 3 ladders. I've got 11 rangers, so I've got 15 slayers with 3 giant slayers, no other command, and they've got 3 ladders. Then I've got quite a lot of artillery, so I've got 2 cannons.
Yeah.
A grudge thrower and an organ gun.
It is a very dwarven way of waging war, because you've got lots of artillery in the siege.
Exactly. Artillery is good for sieges, I've heard it said.
It's okay sometimes.
A universal bugman's cart containing the White Dwarf.
Okay.
But that's just.
He's just dressing.
Yeah. And I've got a Doomseeker as a mercenary.
Those are the army lists. For the actual rules we'll be using for the siege, shout at me in the comments if I've not done this. I'll link below the actual just PDF version of those siege rules so that anyone can get them, so you can see what we're doing. And with that, we'll get into the game. So if you like watching these siege battle reports as well as narrative-based games in the old world, please consider doing all the YouTubey things like liking, commenting and subscribing. It really does push me to do more content because I know what you want to watch based on the interactions that I'm getting on the videos. If you really like it, there's Patreon links in the description, as well as YouTube memberships, just a button click away. And that just adds extra emphasis, as well as you getting early release videos, access to every game in campaigns, as well as dice, audio versions of the Tuesday Talkies. And with that spiel, we'll catch you in the game. So, because my Bretonnians are so high initiative, I'm going to say, I go first in the siege.
That's it.
That's not why, but that's what I'm saying. I'm going to start out by casting from my wizard. I've got 15-inch range. I've got 15-inch range of vigor. Do you know what? I can't cast anything there. The only movement that I actually need to do first turn is moving my peg lord.
Yep.
And regardless of whether Phil's got throwing axes or not, which I really hope he does, I'm going to have to just go and attack him.
Should I check that for you right now?
It will help if you will.
Yep.
So Phil does, which is excellent news, and I'm going to... He's got a movement of 6, I don't want to get charged. Do I really care about... I'm going to go off to the side of him. So, I'm going to get to this point here. Do you know what, I can probably be out of... Oh no, I'm getting into
do you want me to measure organ gun range for you?
Yeah.
It's 32, right? So that's going to be quite a lot.
Yeah.
But you're out there.
Yes, out
you
of
can come a bit closer if you want.
Yeah. Right, brilliant. So I don't want to get turned into feathers by the organ gun turn 1. You're actually 24 inches away from the wall.
Yep.
So I'm going to get to here, which is outside of, if Phil marches forwards, he's throwing weapon range, because I'm on a fast Pegasus and I really need to deal with this flank. So I've got nothing else to hold that flank.
Yeah.
If I don't deal with it with the Pegasus. Shooting phase, essentially, I'm going to start with... Let's start with some archers.
Did you not want to do any magic?
Oh, my wizard is out of range. It's only an 18-inch range spell.
Yep.
So we start with 10 archers. I'm in long range because it's 24 inches away. And there's no other modifiers because I've not moved. I've not got a villain or anything for additional BS because I don't want to roll a different dice.
Yep.
So I hit on 5s. That's 3! Yes! And there's a lot of 1s in there, I think. 1 wound!
So you kill a Slayer.
So I'm 3 away from the magic ladder drop number.
Yep.
Next, I'm gonna fire my brigands at your slayers.
What's their range?
Range 30 with crossbows.
All right, yeah, fine.
So 10 of them is again long range, so hitting on 5s. 1.
Force to kill.
There's a lot of 4s. A lot of 4s. Force to kill.
Yeah.
1. It is armor bane, sir. Fear the armor.
If I had armor.
It goes straight through an axe, ignoring the axe, and impales a dwarf through the head. Through the beard, in fact, and we'll see how much that enrages you in your turn 1. So, Phil, your turn 1,
Yeah,
are
so
you enraged?
Enraged, yeah. So my Slayers are definitely enraged, but they're still only going 6 inches. That's what we've observed there.
And I definitely didn't make you repeat a line you said off
No,
camera.
definitely not.
It's like, Phil, don't say something funny off camera.
Right, so I can march 6, so I'll end up 18 away, basically.
Yes.
So I'm going to leave them there because I'm not balancing them so that they all fall off the table.
Yes, so, and that is because you're meant to stay, you're meant to deploy 24 inches away from the castle.
Yeah.
Now, to fit a castle onto a 6x4, we just had a bit of maths that he's deployed 24 inches away.
Now, I should have measured this in my command phase before not moving those models.
No, you've not said you're drinking from Bugman's flagon.
But we are. So
The flagon wagon!
So that will affect the Longbeards and the Ironbreakers, so the 2 units with siege equipment. These guys over here, the warriors, are too far away. So the siege tower can move up 4 because it's not allowed to march. So this is actually going to be quite awkward. You know
Oh,
what
I didn't
I'm
find my
doing?
cannon. God
Oh,
damn
fire it, fire it.
I'm going to do it 6 inches from the exact centre of your
Siege tower?
siege tower. It goes 2 and then 4, so it hits the exact centre of your siege tower. Does it wound? It wounds.
So,
It does D6 wounds.
right.
Or D3 plus 1.
D3 plus 1.
D3 plus 1.
So
3.
So 3 wounds, so the siege tower's down to 3.
Yeah, and
That's pretty bad.
yeah, well, for everyone at home, that's why it would be 1 wound away from being destroyed.
Yep.
Which is how we did it last game. But that seemed too easy to destroy, so that's why we gave towers more wounds.
But this is still seeming quite easy to destroy to me with a cannon.
Yes. Oh! Oh! Were you within 6 of the battle standard bearers unit?
Oh.
Do you want to have put your battle standard bearer on the other side of that
it
unit?
would have.
Roll me a 6 up ward save, Phil.
I'm going to use the Pegasus dice.
And anti-pass.
So the Ironbreakers are actually pretty speedy because they're now movement 4 and in a marching column.
Yes.
So they're going to get...
Zip right up, yeah. Oh no.
I should say thank you to Ian. It is Ian, isn't it? Who's Ironbreakers?
Yeah, Ian, whose Ironbreakers they are. I'm in danger. I was maybe a bit too scared of them warriors.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do anything.
No. Right. So
Cart's going to move. What's the move of the cart? It doesn't really matter.
6
It's
inches, I think.
Yeah. So it can...
It can definitely keep pace with the dwarves around it.
These chaps are in marching columns, so can you get
It can go 12, yeah.
9.
Oh, 9, because they're not within the range of the cart.
Correct. But they're still moving up. Still
Yeah.
moving up.
I like the empty movement tray by the side.
Well, they're gonna
yeah.
they're gonna be back in it. Hopefully.
It just tickled me.
What else are we gonna do?
Shooting phase?
Obviously, these guys would be ending up 18 inches away, so
Where this guy is.
where this guy is. And we're just gonna
Get them moved up to that level. Okay.
don't panic.
Hold the line. Right.
Shooting.
Phil, where's the shooting coming in?
Right, so we're ignoring Max's attempts to bait me into firing at his
To the distraction paladin.
the distraction paladin. Basically, we're going to target everything on the castle or the
Fire
troops on the castle.
everything.
So we're going to be firing both cannons into the gatehouse wall.
Okay, shall we start with them?
Yeah.
Right.
So
So,
I should guess, but I think they're going to hit basically automatically unless you.
well, how far away from the wall are you guessing? Oh no, because it's a wall, so you just hit, don't you?
Exactly, and that's what it says in the siege rules.
So that's what we'll do.
So it's
I
just
suppose misfire dice or misfire.
absolutely.
There you go.
Right, I've got my own.
So the one on the camera left,
Yep.
up here.
Does not misfire.
The other one.
Yeah, I guess we can do them both at the same time. Also,
It definitely doesn't misfire.
definitely doesn't misfire.
Looks like
Right.
you didn't need those runes of forging.
Looks like it.
So it's strength 10 and D3.
Yep. So I'll roll them one at a time because you do start adding
Yes.
to the roll. So I'll start. Doesn't make any difference. We'll do the first one here.
So this is a D3, isn't
So
it?
that's nothing.
Yeah, because you need a 12 to get, or you need a 13 to get anything.
Right, yeah, and then the one on the left.
You
does.
get a 13.
So
Add
what?
+1 to further rolls on this chart.
Right.
So I'll put a dice there to signify the plus.
I will target the unit on top of the gatehouse,
My peasants!
hoping to get some damage on the gatehouse.
So are you firing into the centre mass of the unit that you can't see? Or are you
No,
firing...
I'll fire it like there.
Right. I know
I suppose
in
that's
the old world you always hit the centre.
Yeah.
But we
that's
have
true.
to sort of
Well, I could.
give the... I think we give the choice on this. Do you fire to centre mass or not?
Yeah. No, because I want to try and. hit
Yeah,
the
because you
wall.
want to actually hit something
Yeah.
at some point. So
Right, I need a scatter dice, don't I?
There you
Oh,
go.
I've got one. Oh, I've got
Oh,
one.
very cool.
And this, yeah.
Yes.
2
2 inches. So the centre of that guy's head goes 1, 2. So you'll still hold the wall.
Yep.
And you'll have partials on 2 members of the unit.
Right, so 2 members of the unit. 1 is hit. Strength 4.
Strength 4?
No.
I'm saying strength 4. A 1 doesn't matter anyway,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
if we were wrong.
Can't remember because I never use my grudge thrower.
And you hold the wall, so that's what, strength 8?
Strength 8.
Plus D6 wounds in 6th.
Plus 1 for the...
Plus, because it's on the gatehouse
Yeah.
section of wall.
So
6 plus 8 is 14. 15. Severely shaken. Troops on this section of wall cannot shoot during their next turn. On a D6 roll of 4+. Roll separately for each unit. Add +1 to any further results.
So that's just another +1.
Yeah, so it goes to 2 on any further damage results. And effectively, Phil's going to try and rack up to the end of this table where 20 plus on a dice roll is collapse.
Yeah.
Right.
I've only got my organ gun left.
Central, yes.
So the organ gun is going to fire at the cannon.
Right, okay. So number of shots,
Yeah.
2 artillery dice,
Yeah.
double misfire. Oh no, 14. So that's long range, no multiple shot penalty because it's not, but heavy cover, so it's -3, so you'd be hitting on 6s followed by 4s. So looking for 6s. Oh
Right,
no,
you.
that's 4 of them. Followed by 4s.
Max relentlessly complains about these dice.
Yes!
But he needn't have done
Yes!
that, you see?
Do you know what? You should have been using the Patreon on YouTube membership Barefoot dice that you have a set of.
I should, but I didn't.
So there's 1 hit. Roll to wound. I'm toughness 7 as a cannon.
Yeah.
So 6s.
Nothing.
It is toughness 7, isn't it? Because you rolled a 5, we'll look it up. You rolled a 4, so we won't look it up apparently.
Yeah. Didn't
Because I
win.
can't see dice results, it seems, today.
So maybe that wasn't the best target selection. Maybe next turn.
Do you know what? I didn't even think about it.
No, me neither. Turns out thinking is good.
Thinking is good, of which I hope to do some as we go into Bretonnian turn 2. So Bretonnian turn 2, command phase. I'm going to... I'm not going to cast any spells. I've got a 12-inch Gathering Darkness, not in range. I don't need any toughness this turn. So nothing from command phase. Charges, I'm going to charge my Pegasus into your rangers,
Yep.
of which you'll get to stand and shoot.
Indeed.
Because you're, even though I'm within my movement range, quick fire
Yep.
allows you to shoot.
Yeah, it does.
Right. So that's hitting on 3s,
Yeah.
actually.
Ballistic skill 4, dwarf crafted.
Oh no. I should have charged a cannon, not them. And then
this-
your strength 4, I'm toughness 5.
Yep.
Because of +1 toughness for my Royal Pegasus.
Yep.
1.
1. No minus, I don't think, for
Right.
hand weapons, thrown weapons.
So I've got heavy armour, shield, barded steed.
So you love it.
Yeah, and I can't fail on my 3 plus a 5.
Nope.
So I get in. Bash. Other movement that I'm going to do is my peasants are actually going to get off the wall and stand behind the gate.
Right.
So I think it's going to be like a turn of moving off, because this is sort of weird because you're supposed to be in skirmish on the wall. So this, we have to resolve an issue.
We do.
Okay. How do we do this? How do
So
you
I-
want to do this?
So I think you can just move off and then form up, right?
Okay, so I'm...
Do you not think that
What I'll do-
you'd move off the wall in skirmish? Obviously, you're in skirmish, like you say.
Yeah.
So you've got enough movement there to get everyone off the wall.
Yeah, and what I'll do is I'll not move across
Right. So you just adopt the formation you want.
in any direction,
Yeah.
and then we can sort it out next turn.
Yeah.
'Cause
And if
it's-
this ends up costing me the game, don't quite know how that would happen, but because it's what, a 7-turn game. I'm not going to get in the castle next turn. So whichever way we play this, you're going to be able to
get in front of that thing. But it sets precedent for next time it happens.
Yeah, true.
I think that is actually how we should do that.
Yeah, and I think
ranked up units shouldn't easily be able to just run off the wall.
No.
Okay, cool. So that's that. My skirmish unit of great weapon foot knights are going to run onto. Do you know what? My big unit of foot knights are going to move to the side in front of your king, and then my small unit of foot knights is going to run into the position where these guys are on the right hand side. So that is my movement. I've already moved more than Phil normally does with his dwarfs in a normal game.
What?
I'd just like to point it out.
I've got a gyrocopter.
I suppose you do, cancelled out by the Pegasus. Movement armies, how I love them. So we're going to get into the shooting. I'm going to start actually with my cannon into the siege tower.
Right, yeah.
Because I want to know if I have to chip stuff off with the brigands.
Yeah.
So I didn't say how far away, did I?
No, but you were going to guess.
6 from the middle.
Yeah. So you hit it.
Do you know what? So I'm going to guess 6 from the middle of the siege tower. 4.
No, you're good.
So I hit the siege tower and then bounce through 2, hitting only the siege tower.
Yep.
Do I wound it? I Armorbane wound it. And do 1+1 wound because I'm D3+1.
So it's down to 1. I don't think this siege tower.
I think they die very easily.
They do. It's that like toughness 7 is good against crossbows, but not good against war machines.
What I'm going to do at that point is I'm going to back my cannon to finish off that tower.
Seems
in
fair.
the next turn. So I'm going to fire my bowman at Phil's dwarven Doomseekers over there. Not the Doomseeker.
Slayers.
That's an actual thing. That's Doomseeker TM. I'm going to fire them at the Slayers.
Yep.
So I hit twice because I'll have long range. And then the twice gets me 1 wound.
Yeah.
Impaled. My brigands are going to do exactly the same, hitting on 5s and wounding on 4s. That's 2 hits. A very accurate volley that does no wounds. And then I'm going to measure for my summoning spell, which is 18-inch range. So with the Slayers being where actually this
The back rank
is,
Yeah.
I'm out of range, so not going to cast that spell
Yep.
into combat.
Are you going to issue a challenge? I do have a unit champion.
No, because you're never going to run away if I issue a challenge. Are you going to issue a challenge?
Yeah, of course.
Right, okay.
Because otherwise my guys will just get...
Run away.
Yeah.
They'll just run away. Right. So in the challenge between my paladin
And the
brave dwarf,
old Deadeye.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
I've got 3 attacks with a paladin, and I have the virtue of noble disdain. So I hate everyone re-rolling my attacks with against anyone with ranged weapons.
Yep.
I hit 3 times though, and then with a lance at strength 6.
2s.
Yeah, that's 3 at -2.
So, dead, because it's just heavy armour. That's all.
He's not got a shield.
No.
Oh.
I'm going to pay for shields.
I've then got 3 Pegasus, of which it hits once and doesn't wound, and then a Stomp, which wounds at -0.
Saves.
Saves. So you have you actually got a standard?
No. I'll double check, but I don't think I bought one.
Okay.
We're okay in the siege.
Because they fired a lot, didn't they? They did quite well. So he was just talking about how Phil has put a lot of effort into making these rangers. And
Commando rangers, yeah.
Commando rangers, and I've tried to slaughter them as fast as possible every game. So it's 3 in my favour for the combat res.
Yeah.
So leadership test at -3, please, Phil. So you for go because you're leadership 9 base and you outnumber me.
Yeah.
6. So you don't go off the board.
I suppose they're right on the...
They're right on our board edge, but really you've moved forward 6 from your deployment zone.
True. Well,
Leave them exactly there.
Right, okay.
Leave them exactly there for now, I think is how we resolve that. Because this is meant to be an 8-foot
True.
table.
True.
because they didn't think about people's space when writing the rules.
No, they've got this nice diagram of the full castle in the middle of the table, and you're like, oh, that looks nice and easy. And then you measure it out.
Well, it's not even that. It's how do you get to place and move about models in the centre?
Yeah.
Do you have like a porthole in the middle of the castle that you can pop up out of? Like where
Maybe,
the keep is supposed to be?
Maybe that is what they had when they wrote these rules. Because they were playing with the Perrys in their like converted garage full of... Because there's loads of photos of the Perrys in the old rule books in their gaming room. Ah. And it looks like the kind of place that could fit a big castle and probably had a porthole, a trapdoor.
Well, hopefully.
Anyway.
I'll get on for making that in future games.
Yeah.
I'm going to follow up. I get 8.
Yeah.
So I don't. I get 11. So just smash into you. That is the end of Bretonnian's turn 2. And it will go into Dwarf's turn 2. Dwarf turn 2. Any surprises?
No, we're going to move forward as fast as we can.
You got a command phase?
Yeah. So in the command phase...
Take a swig.
We've got 2 units.
Take a swig of this, lad. You'll move faster. It'll grease up the joints.
So that means that we can get the battering ram unit
all the way to the gate. Yeah, with your marching
of the gate. So we'll do that.
So you could have attempted a charge. Oh no, you couldn't. No, 10 inches away.
Because it'd have had to drill out of my column, and then 10.
You're only going
and
10.
I was like 11 away.
Right.
Yeah. Or a bit over 10.
Yeah, just need another swig of beer.
If only it was +2 move, they could have tried it.
If only.
But we've established that it's not. So 4 inches for these.
For the long beards with the siege tower.
The soon-to-be deleted siege tower, probably. I mean, you're
not just going to drop it and run off?
No, why would I do that?
Make my life a hell of a lot easier.
I'll move the cart over this way.
Yeah. Because you're already got the iron breakers at the gate, so they
can't fail a charge, obviously, next turn, so they don't need the cart anymore. The cart has served its purpose for them.
And the marching column.
It's actually quite close.
Yeah, I think you may be in charge range.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Whether
have a scrap on the walls.
Whether they'll actually do anything when they get there is a different question.
Well, we shall see. We shall see. The Slayers...
No, they'll be out of charge. Oh no, hold on, because it's 10-inch charge range for them.
Yeah.
So they would...
if you get a 6, you're in, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. The Slayers are actually here, so can move up to...
Yeah. And they'll get to 12 inches away from the wall.
Yes, true. Maths is a thing.
Yeah, maths.
I've heard it said.
Along with the Doomseeker, who we don't know about his incredible bulk, but we'll get his impact hits maybe when we get there. We'll discuss.
Yep.
Right, so that is dwarf movement into dwarf shooting.
Yeah.
Where are we going? Are we going cannons first?
Yeah, because I think we want to repeat the same trick, although I'm not sure this one can actually see.
Oh no. But you'd surely be able to see like here.
Yeah, presumably so,
yeah. Because it's done in sections.
It's a large target. I believe that might be if you were going back to the 6th edition rules.
But you were a large target with the tower.
That's true.
Ho-ho.
But you can see past the tower.
Yeah, you can definitely see anyway.
Yeah. So
it's a moot point.
We're going to repeat the targeting, because obviously I'd have had to think about firing at the paladin, but I can't.
Yeah,
so
not now.
That choice is removed from there.
So the first one on camera left.
Yeah.
Does it misfire?
Nope.
No. Do you want to resolve it just in case you get a massive shocker
I do.
and knock down these walls? So you've got +2.
So we're going to 12 plus D3. Nope, that's definitely not in the tray. So 14, yeah?
14. 14 is shaken, add +1 to the rolls.
Okay.
So that's a total of 3 additions when you next roll on the chart.
Right.
Cannon on the right. It's 2. And gets a 2, so that's 10 to 15.
14 again, because it's D3.
Oh, it's only D3 into for you?
Yeah.
Rubbish cannon. Rubbish cannon. So shaken had another +1.
Right, we're totting it up. We're totting it up.
Do you know what? This is how, in the first game, for anyone that's not watched the first game, spoilers, I tore down your wall with a combat unit.
Yeah,
Which
and
is
it's
like,
just that.
Everyone take a brick.
Yeah, exactly.
One by one, everyone grab a brick. We're out of siege equipment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you do read, like, do you know, like, the real old sources of how they did siegecraft? Of like, well, everyone get a helmet.
Yeah.
And fill up the helmet with dirt. And every day, everyone put a helmet's worth of dirt in front of that wall.
Yeah.
But we've got 100,000 people, so
it adds up.
There's a ramp after a week.
Yeah, and if you like, sometimes the walls would already be like crumbling in places.
Yeah.
For some of these like walled towns and stuff.
Yeah, because you've attacked a perfect castle. But stone thrower time?
Yeah, stone thrower. I think we've got to try and target that same section.
Okay, so you're actually targeting the section?
I think so, because I could scatter onto you anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm more bothered about
getting that wall down
than I am about like doing a bit of incidental damage to
some peasants, some 4-point peasants.
Exactly. Right, so I'll just put it on there.
Okay.
Centre.
Oh, you hit.
Right.
So you do.
So strength 8.
Strength, is it strength 8 in 6? Yeah.
Yes.
D6 wounds because you hold me.
Plus whatever the plus is.
Yeah.
So 10 plus, what's on the dice?
4. So 14 plus
yeah.
1. Do you know what? We've been saying let's go off the 6 values.
Yeah.
We'll discuss off camera and come back and say it's a 6.
I'll explain that.
So what we're going to do is, instead of using 6 values for the strengths and stuff and having to refer to this book, we've just realised, why don't we just add, the main thing that's changed is the cannons.
Yeah.
So you just add 2 to the strength of cannons to the old world values when firing at walls. Succinct.
Easy.
Right. So the next calculation was you actually tactically what you wanted to fire your organ gun at.
Yeah, because what I'd really like to do is
destroy the wall.
But we worked out that it won't do enough damage to actually score any. Each individual hit won't.
Yeah, at strength 5, you don't get to any damage value on the damage chart because it only does 1 damage.
Yeah.
So the maximum Phil could get was an 11, which is no effect. But next turn, you can just machine the gun the hell out of that wall.
Yeah. But this turn we're gonna try and machine gun the hell out of your
my cannon again.
Yeah. So 10.
10, and then 6s followed by 4s again. So 6s.
There they
2, 3.
3.
Followed by 4s.
Come on. And then followed by 6s.
Oh yeah.
1.
1.
Does it wound? No. It
5. So it's not good now, but next turn it could be horrendously effective.
Yeah, and actually, although my rangers are probably toast, I guess next turn you might have chased them off because we're going to have a combat phase.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
But you're probably not going to be able to reach any of my war machines.
Not for a little bit.
Yeah.
Not
so they'll get a turn of shooting, and that hopefully is all I'm going to need.
Right.
And if not, I'll be sad. Yeah. Right. Combat, I guess, because I don't think there's any.
Only the paladin.
Stuff to do. Yeah, you go first.
Yeah, I charge with a lance. You've got no leader to challenge me.
No, I haven't.
So I'm going to do 3 attacks. I re-roll miss against ranged weapons. I've got a higher weapon skill than you, so I hit 3 times. And kill 1. I was so confident, Phil. I was so confident.
Do your Pegasus.
My Pegasus hits once, wounds at strength 5 once.
Yeah.
And before you do anything, stomp doesn't.
Right, so no AP on the Pegasus.
Yeah.
Saved.
Oh, no.
Right, so
this has all gone badly. You've got 3 in the front rank back.
Hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
Using great weapons.
So 2 hits.
And then them strength. I think they're are they strength 5?
So you strength 5 with the great weapon, so 4s.
Yep. 2 wounds at -2.
Right. So I've got a 3 up goes to a 5 up. That saves 1. And then because I slew an enemy in a challenge, I gain my ward save.
All right.
And you're strength 5. So I save it.
Ah.
So I win by 1.
God, that's so frustrating.
So leadership test, please, Phil.
That's
that's so frustrating.
Good.
Dwarven leadership, god damn it.
Right.
You give ground 2, don't you?
Yeah.
And I'm going to hold where I am.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm going to follow up and forgo the lance so that I don't get hit by a billion throwing axes on the way into combat.
Makes sense.
Right.
Oh, that one's dead. Can you just pass me that?
Here you go. And we're getting to Exiles turn 3 of... Is it 7?
I think it's 7, yeah.
So Exiles turn 3, no charges to declare.
Nope.
Movement is going to be... is trundle my peasants round to the front of the gate.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Are they expecting visitors?
I just want to be ready for when you batter down that gate. I don't think it's going to happen immediately.
No, it's not, because the gate's taken no damage.
Yeah, exactly. So I just want them ready there. I don't want them to be worrying and forgetting about moving them during a turn. And I've just realised that the damsel, who's not actually there, she's just representing the blessing and spirit of the unit, is at the same height as the wall, so she could just step off onto the wall. No other movement from me. Surprise, surprise, in a siege game. I'm going to cast some spells. So I'm going to first fire my longbowmen that can only fire at those slayers anyway. I'm going to fire them at the slayers. Because your Doomseeker is a character, isn't he?
Yeah.
So can't be targeted. Yeah. Oh, we'll go with that anyway. I'll just fire them at the slayers. So hitting... Ooh, what range are they? So I'm actually in half range now, so it's hitting on 4s. Ooh, that made 4 difference to that. So I hit 7 times and wound...
Kill.
kill 5 of them.
Oof. Right, so that... I'm not sure these guys are going to be getting to the wall.
Yeah, that drops the ladder threshold as well, right?
It does, yeah.
So you've got enough for 2 ladders currently?
Yep.
Oh, you're exactly at the amount of 2 ladders.
Yeah.
So I am going to cast the summoning on that unit.
Mm-hmm.
And level 3 it goes off on a 10. It goes off on a 9 because of your magic resistance.
Yeah, I will try and
dispel this, yeah. No. So I get 2d6 strength 4 hits, 6, which are strength 4, so wounded on 4s. 2. So that drops you to 1 ladder, because I imagine you're just abandoning them in your turn.
Well, I don't want to have movement 1.
Yes. Yeah.
So.
Is it just like a flat reduction, or?
Yeah.
So my brigands, seeing the desolation caused on this unit, I'm feeling confident there. I'm going to see if I can kill 5 of them in the Dwarf Warrior with Great Weapon unit.
Yep.
To try and reduce their number of ladders.
Trying to check if I took shields on them. I'm pretty sure I didn't.
Well, I hit 3 times, and I wound.
Oh, I did.
I wound once with Armor Bane and once without. So
Right.
it's a 6 up for the Armor Bane one.
Yeah.
Oh no, and one's without, so it's a 4 up.
Yeah, whatevs. Armour is good.
Rubbish.
Turns out when you're attempting to besiege a castle, armour is useful.
Who knew? Right, so that is that. I've got the cannon left.
I'm happy for you not to do the cannon if you don't want
I really want to, and I realised that last turn I said, oh, I'll do the cannon first, so that then I can know if the brigands need to chip a wound. Well, I forgot to do that.
It's only got 1 wound left.
Well, yeah, exactly. And if the cannon misfires now, it certainly won't. Right. Anything but a misfire.
You're good.
It gets it. Because it's 2 inches there, so it gets it.
I think only a 10 would take you on beyond it.
Yeah. Having measured it before, because of pre-measure allowed. I need a 3 to wound, though. I do.
Yep. So
And it's got 1, so it crashes, it smashes the tower to bits.
Sad face. The tower is still unused. Well, not unused.
Are you like mounted in the tower and can take damage because of falling?
That's just what I'm looking.
So it is initiative test based. It's not as deadly as I wanted, though. It's
No. So,
strength 5 if you fail initiative.
so we've got the king and then 4 longbeards.
Are we saying just who can fit in there?
That's what the rules say.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I'm not just making it up. I mean, there is some of that going on.
Right.
Right. So initiative test for the
king.
King.
He fails. Strength 5 wounds him.
I assume he gets another save.
Yes.
Passes.
And then the Longbeards.
Yeah.
Initiative Dwarf.
1 pass and 3 fails.
Okay. So 3 fails. Strength 5 onto 4 is 3s.
Yeah.
So 2.
And then armor fails, saves you from a collapsing siege tower, definitely.
Certainly.
That's 2 dead. 2 dead.
Excellent, excellent. Timber! So the siege tower is gone. Phil has had a free reform.
And a lot of grumbling.
And a lot
of complaining.
that is in the spirit of your army.
That's true,
So
yeah.
in fact, we should be doing that on camera.
Yeah. We must have been using some shoddy Bretonnian built wooden rubbish. Yeah.
That's why he's got those skins on the front there. They're all the dead horses.
Exactly.
Right. So that is the end of my shooting phase.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
into combat, where we have these goddamn rangers that I thought I'd blast through in a turn.
Heroes.
Heroes,
They
one
sort-
and all.
They sort of are doing their job though.
Yeah, they're tying up. Oh, how many points are you?
Oh, I can't remember.
Like 150.
Something like that.
So we're about even.
Yeah.
So it's probably as expected.
Yeah.
So the paladin hits first, 'cause I'm initiative, not dwarf.
And I'm using great weapons anyway. So.
Yes, and I get 3 hits. I get 2 wounds because I'm strength 4.
Mhm.
And this is at minus nothing because I'm just using my sword.
Right, so it's just heavy armour.
Yeah.
2 dead.
Excellent. My royal Pegasus is not weapon skill 5.
No.
I don't think. Is 1 wound. So that's another 1 dead.
Yeah.
So you get 1 attack with a great weapon, and then I'll stomp.
Yeah. Nope.
Doesn't hit. And the stomp doesn't wound. So it's minus 3 for your give ground for Bygo.
I'm off.
You for Bygo.
Which actually might take me off.
Roll me a 1 to 3, and as in like on 2 dice. You go 3, so that's a 1 to 3,
Yeah.
and you're on the board.
Right.
I think that's the quick.
It'll be 2, won't it? 2 inches.
Oh yeah, because you're a dwarf.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, Phil's just pointed out, actually, in the map of the battle, it doesn't even say how deep the deployment zone is, because this table is so wishy-washy.
Yeah.
So we'll say you're at like I think it's fair to say you're at the edge of the deployment now?
Definitely.
Because you went 2 and a 4 would have got you off the board.
Mhm.
Right, okay. Cool. So, into dwarves, turn 3.
Yep.
Right, so it's all coming into it now.
It
Phil,
is.
any
So-
command phase stuff?
Have
a brew, lads. Have a brew.
Yeah, so both of the warriors and the longbeards are both within they're both having some hearing the inspiring words of the
Is
spirit
Bugman-
of Gromandar.
Is Bugman's like a bitter? Is it a
I think it's like a sort of, I don't know, amber ale, like, you know,
Yeah.
malty.
like regardless of whatever they serve at Warhammer World?
I've no idea what this
I
is.
reckon it might be like a mild or a stout.
More like a stout, I'm thinking.
More like an old man's.
Maybe like a milk stout.
Right, come and have a bit of this.
Anyway, it's unverifiable. So obviously the Iron Breakers are going to charge into the
Yeah,
gates.
and they can't fail.
No.
Gates don't have stand and shoot reactions or anything, so that's
No.
fine.
The Longbeards are also going to charge. They will need a 6 because they're
Yeah.
at the extent of their charge range with the +1 movement, and then the Warriors are going to drill out
And then
of their
charge.
column and then charge.
So they will need a 3 because we've pre-measured it.
We
So
have.
Do you want to roll? I've got no reactions. I'll stand and hold.
Yeah. So Longbeards, no.
No, so they go 5 though.
Yeah. Which isn't the worst thing in the world.
No, certainly not. Because you're now, 7 inches away? So it's still like a reasonable charge.
Yeah. It's going to be less than that, isn't it?
Oh, to the wall, isn't it? Not my
Yeah.
unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I'll drill. Well, I'll roll the charge and then do the move.
Yes.
Ah.
So it doesn't get the 3. So you drilled out and then go 2 inches forwards.
Yeah.
So we've got the movement done. Yeah, onto the
Oh,
slayers.
I suppose we haven't moved the Iron Breakers, but we know where they are. There's not much we can really do. Just move the
Yeah,
battering
they
ram
wheel
into
the ram
contact.
forward.
So we'll move the cart up here just to ensure we're...
Properly satisfied with the pint.
Well, just to give us that bonus to charging next turn.
You're thinking game perspective, I'm thinking happiness perspective.
Hey.
It's a good dynamic. It gets it,
is,
all on
it is.
camera. Right.
Right, so that's all my movement, because obviously I'm locked in combat there.
Yep. Into shooting.
Yeah, well, let's do some cannoning.
Where are you going to cannon?
I'm going to cannon the same place I've been cannoning all game.
Yeah, and it doesn't actually risk hitting your own unit, does it? Because
No.
it just auto hits the wall.
So
Anything but a misfire on the left. It hits. No, you +5 to this roll. So it's D3.
so
8.
that's already a 13 plus 5. D3.
So he's an 11 plus the 5.
Yep. It's 16.
16 is...
No, it's a 13 plus 5.
13 plus 5?
Yeah, strength 10 plus the 3 from the D3.
Yeah, so 8 for the base cannon, 2 for the cannon firing at a
Yeah.
wall,
3 for the D3,
3 for the D3, 13, yeah.
plus 5, 18.
That's maths. This is math. So that's Rampart destroyed.
Good.
Any unit on this section of wall suffers D6, strength 4 hits.
There aren't any, are there?
And
Or are there
there's no
two
hard cover.
blokes?
Yes, because I'm on that section of wall. Is the range capped at 2 people?
I would
then?
say so, yeah.
Okay.
Because If
Do
it's,
you want
if
to roll
it-
it up?
What are we doing, sorry?
D6. So that's 4,
Strength,
strength 4.
2 wounds, yeah? No, 3 wounds, yeah? You're toughness 3, aren't you?
Yeah, 3. So that is an armor save
Yeah.
of heavy armor shield, so 4s. 2. So 1 dies.
Right, well now we'll fire the other cannon.
The first brave defender dies.
Is that the first casualty I've done?
Yes.
That's terrible. Right, the cannon here is going to repeat the trick. Doesn't misfire, so now I'm adding 6, aren't I?
Yes.
So I've got 10 plus 6 plus 2.
10 plus 6 plus 2 is 18. Rampart destroyed again.
Right, so it's just another point of damage. Oh, and
Yeah.
a D6 hits on that unit, but there's only going
Capping at 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Shall I remove him?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe not.
Maybe not. Only 3 wounds.
3 wounds on 4s.
Yes. Very dead.
Gets hit with multiple pieces of masonry.
Yep. Next, we will stone throw her onto the
The
side.
same wall section?
Yeah.
Okay.
This
I
actually,
so hope this goes back onto your...
yeah, I'm sure you do.
2 inches across.
So it's good
And holds the
nail
wall.
it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So strength 8 plus... So 10 plus whatever the...
So it's 16.
Yep.
16 is severely shaken. +1, so that's you now on +7
Okay.
for that wall. So that's +7.
So now we're going to fire the organ gun, because I think this time we can.
Yes. Yeah, so how many hits do you get?
16.
Right. You auto hit the wall
Yeah.
because, yeah, even though it's BS, cannons hit walls auto, so
Yeah.
surely this does. Right, so it's 5. God, 16 hits. Right. You +7.
Yeah.
It's 1 damage each, so there's no actual dice roll.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just flat calculation.
Yeah.
Do you know what? We're going to have to roll these individually.
Yeah.
Roll you first.
What am I rolling for?
Yeah, it's not even a roll, actually.
Because it's just a 1 damage per...
Yeah, so you've got strength 5.
Yep.
So that's, like, call it 6 on all of them.
Yeah.
Because you get 1 flat for just doing a damage.
Yep.
So,
Right.
starting again, the first one is 13,
Yeah.
which is 1 extra damage.
Yep.
Then 14 is 1 extra damage. 15 is severely shaken, 1 extra damage. 16, 1 extra damage. 17, 1 extra damage. The next one is 17, which is Rampart destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is 18, Rampart destroyed. 19 is breach.
Yep.
Add +1 to further rolls that are made on this chart. If you roll this result again, oh, it's just back to +1s
Yep.
on 19. 20 is collapsed wall.
Mm-hmm.
All troops on the wall take a strength 5 hit. All troops within 4 inches take a strength 3 hit. The rubble counts as defended obstacle and hard cover. So the wall is collapsed. Goodbye, gate. Unlucky battering ram.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
you had nothing to do.
It's,
No.
well, I mean, it's going to be a little hard to manoeuvre, but...
We'll see.
Right.
We'll see. Everyone within 4 So it's 4 ranks of me
Yeah.
and all of you.
Yeah, it's going to be my whole unit, I think.
Yeah, so that's, for me, is 7, 14, 7, 14, 21, 28.
Right, I've got 14
my
here.
36.
So I'll just roll them twice.
Okay.
And it's wounding on 3s for you.
We're now
No,
4s.
4s, yeah.
Strength 4.
Right, so from the first batch I've got 1, 2, 3, 4... No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
And the second batch... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 11.
11 total wounds on the peasants. I've got light armour and shield near me. So it's 5 up saves. The lady blesses us. 3 survive. So that's it. It's 8 wounded.
Do we say the lady blesses if it blesses if even 1 survives, right?
Yes, exactly. The lady blesses any peasant, even though they're not allowed to worship her.
Yeah.
She's just so generous. So that's what 5, 7. Then 16 iron breakers and a thane, so 17.
So the Thane's toughness 5.
Yeah. So the models in the unit, Phil's just look out Surdy's BSB. It wounds on 5s. So I wound 5
Pretty good.
times.
Yeah. So I've got my Gromrel and shield.
Yes, so that's a 3 up re-rolling 1s.
Yeah. 2 down.
2 iron breakers dead. Yes! The peasants come out on top. Even if not in points, in spirit.
Yeah.
You know, these peasants breed like rabbits, mate.
Exactly. Iron breakers are probably like 200 years old.
Exactly. Whereas dear old Jim that was at the back of the unit is just turned to the ripe old age of 15.
yeah, exactly.
Right, so that's into combat because that's the... Oh no! I need to take a leadership check. So I'm above half strength of my unit, so I'm just going to Fabigo if I run away. I love it though. Right, and into combat. So we've got the never-ending combat of the Pegasus versus the Dwarfs. I charged last time because you Fabigo'd.
Yeah.
So I get my lance. I know I don't get to redraw it.
It was 2 inches. Does that matter?
No. Let's go with no.
No, that's all the initiative.
So I re-roll my misses against missile troops, so I get 3 hits. I get no wounds.
Good.
Then my Pegasus gets 1 hit and stomps on you. You've got a 5 up save. Oh no.
Right, so I'm going to get 4.
4 great weapons, yeah.
Hitting on 4s.
1 hit.
Wounding
And
on
a
that.
wound. I got a 5 up because I got the lady's blessing.
Yeah.
No, and no!
Yes.
Oh no.
Sticks his axe in. You've got a stomp though.
Oh yeah, I do. So I stomp at strength 5, I wound, 5 up save. We draw combat.
Right.
Because we're both skirmishers, no
Yeah.
closes.
Yeah.
A good old draw. All I needed was a 2-inch pushback.
Not the worst outcome for me, that.
No.
Annoying at the end to lose the combat because it would have been very funny to win.
Yeah.
But that'll do.
For you.
That'll do.
What would have been big is I would have lost the blessing and not been able to regain it.
Yeah.
So that's it. Into Bretonnians turn 4. So into Exiles turn 4. Charges to declare that isn't the paladin.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm actually going to do... Oh, do I declare a charge? Am I an idiot?
Are these separate questions?
They're not mutually exclusive.
No.
If I move to an inch away from you, I'm still going to strike first.
Not with...
Because I've got spears.
Right.
So it's +1 initiative on the charge. So, and if you only move an inch, you're initiative 2.
Yep. So get to initiative 3.
Yeah, so I'll effectively give 1 less round of combat to you in order to break in.
I don't think you should charge.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, because
Under that sort of logic...
it just opens up the risk of me winning that combat, pushing you back.
In that turn, yeah.
In that turn.
And it's more casualties to my defenders.
And also opens up space for my longbeards to potentially come through. Whereas at the moment, they're a bit blocked off.
Yeah.
If say you charged, I won the combat, and you forbygoed.
Yeah. It's a load more space for you to just manoeuvre well. Do you know what I might actually do? I'm going to reform into a deeper unit so that I maintain all of my stuff there. I'm also going to get my BSB off the wall and join this unit because I need to stack some combat res in my favour to plug this gap that is being horribly created.
We need some rubble, don't we? We do need to model a little destroyed wall.
So we have the destroyed castle wall down now.
Yeah. Super cool.
Thanks to the ground, providing materials forever. What actually is there to do? No movement over there. We're not moving the peasants.
Yeah.
How much do I care about killing them? I need to destroy them slayers rather than moving my wizard out of the way. What I'm going to do is just start with the bowman who's going to fire at the slayers to start off with. So that is 10 shots, 4s and then 5s. 4s, half of them. Excellent. 5s. Haha! An armour-piercing shot through through the axe directly to the head. Right. Next, we get the brigands, who are going to just do their 10 into the dwarf slayers again.
Yeah.
Does your Doomseeker have any additional magic resistance? Is there a better way for me to do this? Right, so it has -2, so what I'm going to do is do my wizard into your slayers, and then I'll do my brigands into your Doomseeker. So into the slayers, I get +3 and -1, so it's already not enough to go off. Brigands will then go into the normal slayers. So it hits on 4s. So 5 hits, 6 hits. That's not possible because I missed 5 times. 5 hits. And I fail to wound. What were you saying, that slayers are bad?
I was saying slayers are bad. Turns out if your opponent rolls badly, they're not as bad.
This is true. This much is true. So, over onto the paladin combat.
Yep.
The cannon. I have a cannon.
Fire it.
What I'm going to do is guess here. Here before rolling the artillery dice. And that's going to take me through. I'm actually hoping to hit really the unit of ladders to help out my small unit of men-at-arms.
Right,
and hopefully that can mean my big unit of men-at-arms, knights on foot. That means my big unit of knights on foot can move down and help out at the bottom.
Right, yeah.
It goes 10 past here.
What was the line like that?
So the line is there.
So you're going to land on his head.
Right, so I could potentially get 4. If I bounce big. I bounce 2.
So 3?
3? Cool. So 3 on 2s has 1 armor bane and 1, I think, still pulped.
To get extra.
Because it's a big bertha of a cannon. So it's just 3 pulped.
Yep.
And I didn't misfire, is the key. Right, next we're going to go on to my paladin. Paladin strikes first. Gets 1 hit that re-rolls because of hating anyone with a ranged weapon. So that's 3 hits and 2 wounds.
At
minus nothing, it's just a sword.
Yeah. 2 dead.
The Bardy Peg, Royal Peg, gets 2 hits and 1 wound at minus nothing. Dead.
3 dead.
That's 1 attack back with your great weapon. And then I get a stomp. The attack hits. It doesn't wound. And my stomp stomps you for a 5. No minus.
Another dead.
Right, so I'm unit strength 3, so I still don't double +1 you. But with where you are on the board...
I'm dead. I'm off, right?
Oh yeah, because even if you go 2...
Yeah.
So you're off, and I'll obviously restrain and reform, which I...
9?
On a 9, maybe not. If that passed, I'm going to take it, but before looking it up, I'm veteran. So yeah, I pass on the thing. So reform to there. Maybe I should have just run off the board so that you couldn't shoot me with all those war machines that now don't have anything else to shoot. Win some, you lose some. Onto your
target
turn
acquired.
forward. Yeah. So he's into Dwarves 4.
Yep. So we're charging with the Iron Breakers into the unit of peasants.
Are you going to add movement to your...
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, but it won't make much difference.
Yeah, but you might as well do
Yeah.
it a little bit, right?
Yeah. So the cart's going to grant movement.
Have a brew, lads. Yeah, so charge of the Iron Breakers before I rudely interrupted.
Charging with the Slayers and charging with the Doomseeker against the unit on the wall, I guess.
Yeah, I'll stand and shoot.
Of course. That's it, because...
Because that's that. So you're definitely in here.
Yep. So, shall we move them if we can? Yeah.
I'll just move
We sort of
them
know
forward.
where they are, don't we? And we'll have to...
We'll get some
bodge
heroic
it a
shots
little
in a
bit.
minute.
So I need to roll my charges over on this side with the
Yes.
Slayers.
So the Doomseeker, or whichever.
I'll start with the Slayers. That is not enough.
No.
Nah.
And the Doomseeker, who's got Swift Stride. So here's a barefoot dice to be Swift Stride.
Right. That
He's
is
in.
going to be
He
enough.
tops up to 9 plus everything.
Have it!
And I said I'd stand and shoot the Slayers, didn't I?
You did? Did you? I can't
I
remember.
think I did.
Right.
So it's in on 5s. So I do the stand and shoot before you roll, don't I?
True.
And then 5s, 2 dead.
Right, so
So you drop your ladder or go down to movement
2.
2.
Losers.
To be fair, they ensured that the Doomseeker gets there.
Yeah. It's like, you can't expect not to take casualties on the way in.
Yeah, really, he's a dwarf fanatic that has just appeared from the unit.
Exactly. Now, we actually discussed this off camera, but what we're going to do here is this unit of warriors is going to drop its ladders and then move to the side.
Yeah, and you just carry them sort of ambiently anywhere in the unit.
Yeah.
So they'll drop it off to the side.
Like that. And then move.
Yeah. And then the Longbeards will move to the side.
Yeah. So I guess they could move, what, like 1?
They can move 2, can't they, because of the
Yeah.
shuffle? Oh, you mean if you only want to move a minimum?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can move an inch closer to the wall if you want.
Exactly. I do want to do that.
How far are you away?
Actually, it's not going to make too much difference, is it? Because their movement...
Yeah, you can't actually fail the charge either way.
So they'll just...
Cinematically leave them there. Shoe sting phase!
Yeah, we're going to do some shooting. What is the best thing to shoot at? I think now I'm wanting to... See,
Yeah.
yes, I would like to kill him, but... has he lost a wound? He has, hasn't he?
No, he's not lost any because I saved it and you thought it was annoying.
Oh,
Oh,
still
yeah.
bloody annoying. See, right, let's measure some ranges because that'll help.
He's out of the organ.
Yeah. Right.
Where are we starting, Phil?
So we're starting with this cannon, which has quite limited targets, and is just going to shoot at the wall straight in front of it.
Yeah, so that is the middle piece with all of my dudes on.
Hits it,
Yeah, it doesn't explode.
gets a 2, so a 12.
A 12 is nothing. I don't need
Against
to get
the
a dice.
wall?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Minimum 13. Wow, okay. Shoot your Duke.
Yeah, that's the left. And
So I
cannon.
guess he wants to go...
Well, he just gets away from me, right? How far in front do you want?
Yeah. 8?
Okay.
I don't know what's optimal.
I think it's 8. I always seem to go 8 or 10. I always go like 10 from the back.
Yeah. And then... Yeah, 10 from the back, and then if I roll a 10...
Yeah, he still hits him on the back.
Yeah, exactly. So that makes sense.
You still hit him on the back.
Right. So strength 8,
Yeah.
wounds, no armor bane.
No armor bane, so it's -2.
Yep.
We've got 5 up.
Followed by a...
Give me that blessing, lady! Yes! 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 Oh, you've done well.
Right, now we're going to fire the...
Are you going to petulantly fire at my paladin? I mean, if you get a hit, you could do him in just as easily as that cannon did.
Could do, but no.
But
We're going to soften up the castle with the blokes on top.
Okay, so that's the unit here.
Yes.
They're all on the top, so we'll just put the template in the centre of the unit.
Yeah, yeah. And then I'll roll these here.
Yes.
Ah,
Yes! Misfire!
I'm not going to complain.
It's all coming up, peasants. 4. Can't shoot this turn or next turn, I'm going to guess before looking. And it loses a wound! Excellent!
Right.
You have the wrong engineer on that.
I do. Burlock. That's Burlock.
Yeah.
Burlock 200 years later. Right, so the organ gun will then fire at
the
that
same
same
target.
unit, yeah.
Right. 2 misfire dice, please. Oh, 14. So without it, it's at long range. It's got the heavy cover, so it's 60 followed by 4s again.
Yeah, same.
But will be wounded on 2s.
Yeah.
1.
So far.
And then 4s.
Yes. Does
So then wounds on 2s. Yes. That's armor bane, is it?
Yeah.
So just plucks a brave foot knight from the board.
I don't think there's anything other shooting, is there?
Yeah, I think that's combat phase.
Okay.
So combats. So I go first because I'm stood on top of the wall.
Yep.
Unlike in the old world, we're not doing that you get to attack with an entire rank. Because that would be daft. So what we're doing is whoever you actually fit in base-to-base contact with, including diagonals. So I'm going to get 3 attacks with my peasants into the Doomseeker. I don't hit at all, I fear you.
So you should, right, so I get 2d3 attacks.
Yes.
So 2, and I hit you on 3s. What weapon skill are you?
Lower than yours.
But not 2.
I'm 2.
Right,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm 2.
skill
I'm a
5.
peasant.
So does that mean I hit you on...
On 3s.
Just on 3s?
Oh, no, and
2s.
roll it and we'll see if it matters. I think it's 2s.
It doesn't matter.
You hit anyway.
Right, have I got Cromwell
Toughness
weapons?
3. I've got no armour.
Okay, I'm strength 5.
2s. 2 dead. Right, so I'm leadership 7.
Yep,
My BSB and general are far away.
yep.
So hopefully I just roll 7 or less. I run. So Phil has 2 rolls to hit.
Yep.
At -2 because you're attacking a wall.
Missed.
So don't hit.
Yep.
There's no other combat res involved, so
Nope.
we draw
Yep.
and ongoing combat.
Yep. Put your guys on the wall.
Oh yeah. From a bit that no one will see because I'll edit it out where we forgot about the -2 to hit on a wall.
Yeah, that is quite important.
Well, yeah, we got so caught up in the combat.
No walls to worry about over here though.
No. Are you going to issue a challenge? It's your turn first.
Who have you got in the unit?
I've got my BSB, my Paladin General, 2 champions.
Oof. Nah, I won't issue a challenge.
I'll issue a challenge with my lord.
Yeah, what is he? What is his...
Paladin is a mook.
Right, so he's not an actual lord.
No, he's my warlord.
Yeah. Alright, I'll accept with my BSB.
Okay.
Because he's got the rune of not multiple wounds.
Oh, I won't accept. I won't issue that challenge.
Right, okay.
I definitely won't issue that challenge.
Right, okay.
With my one thing being that I do multiple wounds.
Right, yeah, that is important information.
Yes. I don't suppose we actually should know each other's army lists.
I think we did
At
say
all
that at the
times.
start. But...
Oh yeah, but so right.
So you go first.
Yeah, I go
well,
I do. So because Phil, I count as being behind an obstacle, and it's terrain. Phil counts as having a disordered charge and doesn't get the initiative bonus for the charge.
yeah. So this could go quite badly for me.
Yeah. So Phil doesn't get his initiative bonus for charging, but there's no denial of ranks because the cover isn't. It's not difficult terrain. It's just cover.
Yeah.
Right. So Paladin with the big axe. Where is your champion?
My champion is here, next to the...
Okay, right. So I'm going to put an attack into there with my paladin. The other two are going into the unit. So into the unit, I don't hit. Should have done that challenge. Into the guy, I don't hit. You loser! My other paladin can only strike into the unit.
Yep. 3... What's his weapon skill?
Weapon skill 5, so the same as yours.
So
either way will be the same as yours, yeah.
Yeah.
1 hit. Doesn't wound. And then my peasants, I've got 2 champions in the front rank. My front rank is 6 long. So that's 12 attacks for the 2 ranks.
Possibly.
My peasants are they're weapon skill 3, so I'll hit on 4s. Because I'm yeoman guard. Extremely efficient survivors of the Badlands. So I've got 4 hits though. I'm going to wound on 5s. I wound! So it's a 3s re-rolling 1s? Ah, rubbish. Ironbreakers are stupid. Right, into your attacks, Phil. It's just all of them.
Right, so I've got... So my Thane will actually go last because he's got a great weapon.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, because you occupy 2 at the front,
Yeah.
and you're 6 wide.
Yeah.
So
4, including a champion, so that's 5.
yeah, hitting on
Plus,
3s.
plus the retainers, who I might as well do.
Are they strength?
They're just like the same stats as an Ironbreaker.
They are strength 4, so 7 attacks.
So hitting on
3s.
I suppose I should think about where I put these, right? Where are your champions?
There and in the middle of this.
Right, so I'll put 3 into the champions and 4 into the rest.
Okay. Yes.
Is that all right?
Yeah, of course.
So the unit, 3 hits,
Yeah, and then 3s.
3 wounds.
And that's a minus 1.
Minus 1, yeah.
So 6s, 2 die,
And then the champions...
no hits.
No hits.
It's good because we needed to portion them up
Yeah.
between them.
We should... Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and then it's just your BSB. So,
so he's
3
got
attacks.
3 base plus 2 for the Rune of Fury twice.
Jesus.
On his great weapon. So...
3s? Or who are you attacking?
I'll put 1 into each of the champions. Well, where are they? Because if
Where the ogre is.
both of them.
Yes.
All right, so I can only contact 1.
That's the easiest way to put them.
Right, so I'll put 1 into a champion. Hits. Wounds
Yeah.
at -2.
So my champion dies.
And then the rest just, I guess, into the unit.
Yeah.
2 hits.
Unless your weapon skill 7.
No, he's weapon skill level 6.
So then
the
twos.
Lord's weapon skill 7. But
Yeah.
2 wounds.
Right, and -2
Yeah.
does 2 in. So you've got 5 kills.
Yeah.
You've got 2 ranks.
Yeah.
Have you got a banner on there?
Yeah, full command.
Full command, a BSB, Master Rune of Grugny.
No, that's no bonus to
Is it not?
combat res. No, that's the ward save one.
Oh, right. And close order.
Yep.
I've got close, 3 ranks, a BSB, so I lose by 5. But I'm going to use Stubborn.
Yep.
And I'm going to use Shield Wall. So you stay there. So we shuffle back and Phil shuffles up. So Bretonnians turn 5. I'm going to cast Gathering Darkness on the Dwarf Lord's unit, which is -2. It goes off on a 13. You've got magic resistance 1. You've got 1, haven't
Yeah.
you? So 12.
Yeah.
So you'll need to double 6 to dispel it.
What else have you got?
I've got +1 toughness to myself. I've got, essentially, +1 toughness to myself, and I've got 2d6 strength 4 hits.
Yeah, I'll try and dispel this.
Oh! Oh no! So the spell goes. There's no spookiness about.
Pretty sure that's the first time I've
Ever dispelled anything ever.
irresistibly dispelled. Yeah.
I'm going to cast +1 toughness movement initiative on my big unit of great weapon Buddhas. It goes off on a 10.
Well, I can't do anything about that. So.
Right, so they get +1 toughness movement initiative. And it's actually going to come up this turn because in the charges, they're going to charge off the wall into the side of the Ironbreakers. And I suppose they immediately become a normal unit, don't they, as soon as they do that?
Yes, yeah.
And then there's no other charges. So I can't fail on the now movement 5 of my great weapon dudes here. So I'm going to get 5. I'm going to go 5 wide to maximise. I suppose it's not even 5 wide to maximise, is it? You've matched me, so I can go into a big stupid rank. But I'm not going to do it too badly because I'll feel like an asshole. So I'm going to go 6 wide as like a normal unit width. Cool. Right. Other movement. I'm going to skirmish move all my great weapon dudes to face off against your king's unit. Mm-hmm. Because they've now got a ladder and can join this wall. I'm going to move my Pegasus. So with no victory points, I'm not actually going to target the cannons now that the wall's already down. Pegasus Paladin has a better option, which is move his 20 inches to get into the side of those Ironbreakers next turn. Caw! So I get into the exposed courtyard, and I'm going to get to be in the side of those Ironbreakers. Yes. Yes, I'm waiting for more narration to come out of my head, but that's about it. Shooting phase. I'm going to cast the summoning on the Slayers.
I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, 2d6 strength 4s. On your Dwarven magic resist has just saved you there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to fire my 10 Brigands at you.
Yep.
So that's 6, 8, 10 Brigands hitting on 4s now.
Oof.
They got their aim settled. That's 4 hits. And 3 wounds, which kills the unit.
Yep.
So I was just about to say that's all the shooting, but I've got cannons exist. I have a cannon. I'm going to shoot along the side of the Dwarf Lord's unit.
Yep.
And I'm going to guess 6. I'm going to guess 4 in front of this bloke.
Yep.
10.
So 4's like there.
Yeah. So it's 6 into the unit, isn't it?
Gets,
1 dude.
yeah, probably, yeah. Not.
It's just 1 bloke who doesn't get wounded. What was that, Snorri? I don't know.
Something tickled me.
Something tickled. Right. So he's into the combat phase.
Right. So,
I charged here.
Yep. So you're going to be up to initiative.
Yeah, you're not. Oh no, the rubble counts as obstacle.
Yeah.
So I don't get an initiative bonus for charging.
Yep. So what weapon are you using?
I'm going to have to use great weapons because otherwise we might as well be peasants.
Yeah.
I am going to challenge with my peasant priest.
Okay.
Do you accept, sir?
My champion will accept.
Okay. Okay, goodbye, peasant priest, wherever you are. I want to pull you up. There you are. Get out of there. Right. You've got... Where do you want your Ironbreakers to go?
So...
Oh, what? I'm initiative higher, aren't I? Where do I want to go? My paladin is with the axe of... the frontier axe, yeah, the tree felling axe, is going to just strike into your unit.
Yep.
So I'm just going to try and make that BSB run away. I hit twice. And... wound once at minus, I think, 3.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
I looked it up. So I'm on a 6 up. Yep.
You don't re-roll that. Get out of here. And it's a magical weapon, so you don't get your...
I still get my ward.
Oh, so you get 5 with then.
Yeah.
Don't pull him out then. Yes!
Do pull him out.
Balance is restored. My other paladin with a Morning Star whacks you 3 times. Bash, bash, bash. And wounds twice at minus 1. Because I'm strength 4, so the 4 wounds.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'm on 4s.
Yes. 2 non-rerollings, and then 5 upwards. 2 wounds, 2 dead.
It's not looking good.
No.
This is not looking good.
Right, and then it's your Thane at initiative. Oh no, he's initiative 1.
He's initiative 1.
So it's my peasants.
What initiative are you on now?
3. Including the challenge being taken out, I've got 9 attacks for my rank of spears and then 3 remaining peasants in the front. So hitting on 4s because I'm weapon skill 3, because they're not actually peasants. Sorry, not that one. From a 5. So I get 5 hits and 2 wounds. Killer. 2 saves. Not killer. my priest is going, for the lady I shall bash thee. I miss. Right. So
right.
Do you want to do your champion immediately back into my thing? Because he's going there anyway.
Attacks.
2 hits. 1 wound.
-1.
The lady blesses my 6 up. Yes! Yeah! So Phil, in reply, what do you have?
Right, so I've got 1 Ironbreaker left on the front rank, but actually I'm going to put all of the attacks into the...
So that 1 and the
knights.
2 other on the side into the foot knights.
Exactly.
1 hit. The lady blesses me. No, it doesn't wound.
Okay, that's bad.
And you've got your 2 attacks from your shield bearers.
Yeah.
Is it 2?
I think it's 3.
3. He's 3 now.
2 hits.
Yeah.
This is just into the unit. I should have declared that, but...
No wounds.
Oh dear.
My foot knights get 7 attacks because there's 6 in the rank and the champion.
Yeah.
I hit you 5 times. Dice available on the Patreon and YouTube memberships. And wound you 3 times. So I'm strength 5 with those great weapons.
Yep.
So that's -2 goes to 5s, re-rolling 1s.
None.
And then 5 up ward. 2 die.
2 more. Dear me.
This could go badly for you.
It could. So I've got 5 attacks with my...
Oh yeah, you do, don't you?
And he's just going to attack the unit of
Okay.
peasants. Hits 5 times.
Oh no.
And he's gonna kill on 2s?
What strength is he? He's a great weapon, so yeah.
Strength 6. So 4.
4. Excellent.
3 of them with armor pane, not that it matters.
Yeah, you slice through their necks, through their feeble bearded necks. And little Joseph, the peasant farmer who loves his turnips, dies just before he turns 18. How do you feel now?
Slightly happier than I was a moment ago.
Before the combat rest. So there's 1 in my favour for the kills.
Yeah.
So there's been a few things, and Phil remembered that heavy infantry don't get broken until 10.
Yeah.
But I've got 11, luckily. So I've got 1 kill. I've got 2 ranks, a banner, a flank, 2 close.
That's it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Phil has got close, 2 banners, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because he almost eked me out on kills. So he's -4, and I actually double Phil's unit strength +1.
So, am I in the command range of my leadership?
You
10?
are.
I am.
So you'll be leadership 6 re-rolling.
Yeah.
Don't even need the re-roll. Loser. So you give ground, and
yeah, true.
and you give from my biggest unit. So you sort
straight
of
back, basically.
Yeah, slide along my foot knights. So dwarf turn 5.
Yeah. So because we've remembered that we said that shield bearers can't go up ladders.
Yeah, because
How would that work?
things anyway, can't go up ladders.
So he's going to actually leave the unit.
And we're going to allow
Obviously,
Phil
command range wise, he's...
Yeah. So the king's going to leave the unit, but we're still going to allow the Longbeards to charge.
Yeah.
Because it was like a forgotten thing
That I should have moved him out of the unit.
as you were moving across. Yeah. So there's already been enough punishment for the fact that he's not charging this turn.
So he's going to move out to...
But I am going to act magnanimous by the fact that I've said let's do that.
Right.
I'm not going up them bloody ladders, Snorri. I need my shield bearers.
Right.
Hey up, cock.
And then they'll charge.
Okay, so that's an unfailable charge.
Yep.
Yeah. Mount the ladders. Right, so we've got the ladders into position.
What are we going to do here?
Oh no, Snorri. Do you know what we didn't do last turn as well, Phil?
What?
We forgot to fight the Doomseeker combat.
Oh yeah. Let's do it.
You get 2d6 attacks.
No,
I strike
you hit
first.
You hit.
So 3 attacks, 1 hit. I'm web skill 2, so it doesn't hit.
Yeah,
Unlucky
true.
max.
So 2d3.
Yeah.
So this it's 5.
Yeah, 5 attacks, and it will still be hitting. It will hit on 5s.
Yes. So
1.
1 hit at strength. I think he's strength 5. The Doomseeker.
Okay, so roll it and see if it matters.
Yeah. It does not.
It kills someone.
So that means he's up on the...
Yeah, he replaces and kills the peasant. We put him up there so we didn't forget, and then I forgot. So I've got a leadership 6 test though. I hold. Yes.
It's all right. He'll just blend them this turn. Other movement.
Danger. Right.
Other movement. We're going to move the cart because I want to make sure the king gets in. Although actually, he's probably.
He's in anyway, right?
Don't know what to do with these.
The warriors.
Yeah.
Start marching round the castle like Achilles.
yeah. Dragging the body of I don't know who.
The peasant that got thrown off the wall.
Yeah. By the heels, isn't that what he does? We don't have a chariot to do that. It should be the cart doing
That's
that.
what you should do.
Right. I've literally no idea what to do with them. They could march up. They're strength 5 with their axes, or great weapons. So I suppose they could march up to the wall, and then if I shoot it enough.
Yes.
I guess.
It feels very danger close though. Shooting them cannons at someone stood at the bottom of a wall.
Well, you know. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
I'm locked into the bad decisions I made previously, so...
Do you know what? That's exactly how it felt last time when the tower collapsed and I was like, what the fuck am I going to do now?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you in?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh,
but
no.
This cannon won't be able to see.
Yeah.
And that clearly can't see.
Yeah, so they're going to have to pound the walls anyway.
Correct.
The organ gun. Do you want to start with the organ gun?
Yeah, why not?
I will be in heavy cover because collapsed walls count as obstacles in heavy cover.
So we're in the same situation.
We are the same, yes. Yes! -1 to hit! He finally gets a misfire on that fucking organ gun. Everyone said they were bad at the start of the old world. They are definitely not.
Okay, so 6 is followed by 5s?
By 4s.
Oh, isn't it -1 additional for the misfire?
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. I was just happy that you'd rolled a misfire regardless of effect. So that's 3 6s and then nothing.
Right.
Yes.
We'll bombard the... I can't fire with the grudge thrower because it misfired last turn. So we'll bombard the wall over the heads of our lads who are assaulting it.
Even though your ladders are against that piece of wall.
We're targeting this bit.
I'm going to petulantly fire my cannon at one of those next time.
Yeah, do it. Right, so the cannon on camera left
Yeah.
hits.
Yes.
What do we do? Nothing. The
Camera right hits a 1. Yes, nothing.
Fuck you. Am I allowed to say that on camera?
Yeah, of course
I just
you are.
did.
Of course
Right. It's not the one that I mind. It's the gloating. No one else can see what I can see.
Well, I could do the video in stony silence, but no one else can see my face, which is cracked a massive grin. A probably insufferable grin.
The smuggest of smug grins.
So, onto the stone thrower.
It can't fire.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to turn it round, because obviously next turn...
Oh, I'm going to allow everyone to see. Oh, yes. Yes.
Right. Do you know what? I'm going to make myself feel better by starting with the Doomseeker.
Okay.
What's your initiative?
Initiative 3, because I'm human.
And
your initiative dwarf.
Yeah, but he's initiative 3 also.
Okay, so we strike simultaneously.
Yep. And
I suppose I just get 2 attacks now? Or do we...
No, I'd say you move to be in... Yeah. Because if you gain the ramparts, you push the unit back and allow space for...
So how we're doing this is just that the models are out. It's still going to be the same as if you're on the wall here, but we've mounted the wall. Phil doesn't get the -2 because he's mounted the wall.
Or the
after
strikes
killing
last.
the model. Yeah, or the strikes last. But I'm still only going to get 3 attacks.
Yes.
Because it just looks cool to stand up there. I hit twice, or once. I keep forgetting your weapon skill 5.
Yes.
Because this guy is obviously really good weapon skill. I don't want to win.
Right, so 2d3.
That's as bad as the cannon.
So that's 3, isn't it?
Yeah. 3, and then you're hitting on 2s.
2, yeah.
Yes.
And then
2s.
threes. Oh no, yeah, 2s. Yeah, he's
You're
strength 5.
aren't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
So 2 dead.
Good.
So I am leadership 7. I'm down to leadership 5 for a give ground. 7 for
running
buy.
away. Yeah.
For buy go. So my entire unit now would move to the back of the wall. In this exact situation, it has no effect really because it's a one model unit that's mounted the wall. But this would be the point that me and Phil had said the whole unit would give. So just to give it a bit of difference, because the old world has obviously the multiple different combat res results on the leadership, rather than old Warhammer, where it's either the entire unit gained it by the enemy unit running away entirely and dying, or they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, which one do you want to do now?
So we'll start with the ladders and the longbeards.
Okay, right.
So
I've got 8 dudes.
Yeah.
So they will all be able to strike various people.
Yep.
You've got 3, and I gain always strikes first by being at the top. That cancels out my great weapons, and then your initiative dwarf, so I'm going to go first.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to use hand weapon and shield because I need to survive.
Yeah. And it might be enough because you're long beards anyway. Sorry, it just popped into my head.
Yeah. No,
so I'm going to do 3 attacks into the champion. I've not got my own champion, so there's no 2 attacks there.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
I'm going to do 3 into another mook, 3 into a mook.
Got it.
3 great weapons into the champion. I hit twice, and at strength 5, I get 2 wounds. One of them's armor bane, so it kills him.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah.
2 into a mook, miss twice. 3 into a mook, hit once, and 2 don't wound.
So
I'm only strength 5.
So I get 2 attacks hitting on 5s because I'm weapon skill 5. So I would hit you on
3 normally, -2 for the battlements, so 5s. Which just feels better than hitting on 6s.
Nah.
Though it is of no effect this time.
So leadership check test for me.
Yes, because the only combat res results on battlements are kills.
Yeah. On
an 11.
leadership 10.
Luckily your BSB's around.
Yeah. So is that within 12?
Oh, Snorri, I didn't realise there were folk up there.
Yes.
Didn't realise there were folk. Right, they love it, and mill in another brave warrior of the Dawi that can see the flag because the other ones are milling about at the bottom.
Exactly. Right.
Into the combat that I'm hoping is over before the Dwarf Lord arrives.
Yep.
Right.
Well, it probably will be, won't it? Because even if you don't win this turn, you're going to charge him.
We'll see. Well, we'll see, won't we?
But,
we'll see.
Exactly.
In the axe of tree felling, he's going to go first.
Yes. Oh well. Oh no, we've got an ongoing challenge.
He doesn't go first. Let's do that now. But he doesn't go first.
I was just going to ask if you were going to issue one. But...
We've got an ongoing. Yeah. So the challenge.
1 hit.
I get a hit. I don't wound. The lady does not like that.
I get 1 hit.
And 3.
Weapon skill 5. What are you?
3.
3. Yeah. Wounds.
Wound. Lady, bless this dice. No.
I would have been.
You were ready for that as well.
I would have been out in a hissy fit if that had been a 6.
I would have in reverse.
Yeah.
Like if that would have happened to me. Yes, I understand 2 turns in a row.
Yeah.
We'll forgive you for that. But it's the axe of felling time.
It is.
1 hit because I'm higher weapon skill.
2 hits.
Ooh. 2 hits because I'm higher weapon skill than Phil at 6 for a paladin.
Yep. Strength 6.
Strength 6.
2s.
Oh, 1.
What's you're at -3.
-3 for
so
frontier
I've got
axe.
6 up.
Reroll a 1.
No, it's magical weapon.
Oh, I thought it was only the ward save that I ignored for magical weapons.
Oh, yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah, so re-roll it. It doesn't matter anyway.
And then the
5 up.
Grugny.
Yes!
Oh! Saves. First guy saved. So.
Loser!
That was a lot of points, not very well spent so far.
Morningstar Paladin. Hits once.
Yep.
Doesn't wound.
Okay.
Because I'm strength 4, don't get the +1 strength, and wouldn't wound anyway.
Yep.
Peasants.
The true heroes.
The ones that have properly held this line. So we've got 11 attacks. I've got 9 attacks like last turn. So hitting on 4. Fear me,
They're
Phil.
angry. They're angry.
6 hits. They can smell blood. There's 2. 2 wounds. You re-rolling that one, so I can't get too excited yet.
Yeah, that's a save. Re-rolling.
It wounds. 5 up. Spear to the dick.
I tell you, I am.
But
I'm close to.
to rage
He's
quit.
insufferable right now. I want to say that on camera.
This table does lift, you know.
Yeah.
If you just for your information. Insufferable, what a word.
Are you saying what a word is in that it so completely describes you?
Exactly that. I'm going last at my great weapon strength.
Yes, I will put 2 attacks into your
Into my
knights
great
to try
weapon
and
boys.
to try and thin them down. So I hit once and don't wound. that was effective. Right, then to the front I've got the not attacking because he's hit here, not attacking because one's dead, not attacking champion. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, because effectively the shield bearers are just iron breakers in their attacks.
Exactly, yeah. So it's 3s and then 3s. So 2 wounds.
2 6-ups. The lady has
6-ups.
deserted us. Phil is 1 in his favour.
So then I've got 5 with me with my Thane.
Yes.
Just into the unit because I just want the maximum combat res here.
Okay.
Okay, so 4 hits and then 2s to wound. Great, well done.
2.
Loser.
So actually it's 4 in Phil's favour now.
But you've
because
got
of the champion death.
Yep.
Yeah, and I've got 7 attacks from my Knights of the Realm on foot.
Mm-hmm.
I hit 3 times, miss 4. 3s to wound. I get 2 and an armor bane.
Right, so the armor bane is
A 6 up.
6 up. Nope. Followed by a
5 up.
ward. Nope.
Dead. So that's
then
3 in
2.
Phil's favour. So 5 saves.
1 save.
And then a 5 up ward.
No.
So that's 2 in Phil's favour for the kills.
Yeah.
We actually didn't believe the result, so counted out 3 times, 4
Yeah.
times?
A lot of times.
Yes. So it's 2 in Phil's favour for the combat res. He's got a close, he's got a banner, and a BSB.
Yeah.
I've got a flank. I've got 2 close. I've got a rank and a BSB. Have you got a musician?
Yes.
Right. And we draw and stay there. Exactly there. And that's into Bretonnian's turn 6. So in Bretonnian's turn, I'm going to cast. I can't really cast anything from here.
No.
It's fairly useless.
Can you not cast onto the unit?
There's nothing that I like. What am I going to do with that? I know what I'm going to do. My brigands, I'm going to cast +1 toughness, movement, and initiative on them.
Okay.
A 9. I need a 10.
Okay.
Doesn't go off. In the charge phase, Pegasus into
Yeah.
the Iron Breakers.
We know he's there.
Yes, because he's in the front arc.
Oh yeah, of
But
course. Yeah.
I'll just contact that side point. The brigands, they're impetuous, but I'm just going to charge them anyway. Into the Doom Seeker.
Mm-hmm.
So, hiya. Bosh. That's it. That's it.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I'll move the wizard down to here. In the shooting phase, wizard is going to cast 2d6 hits at the summoning into your wagon, because I don't want you parading my peasants' bodies around the castle. I miscast.
Good.
I 9 on a miscast.
Really?
Barely controlled power. The spell is cast. You can dispel it because it's cast at its casting value. However, you cannot attempt to cast any more spells for the remainder of the turn. So,
Well, that doesn't really matter.
Phil, cast it. Or dispel it, because this is my last spell. So, see what you... Oh, it's fated, so you can't. Ah, that was so good. 2d6 hits onto your war wagon. 10. So, strength 4.
Toughness 5.
So that's 2 wounds.
5 up armor.
And it's -1, so that goes to 6s. That saves 1. I'll get you yet, Bugman. It's not combat.
Oh, you shoot
Cannon
him, of course, yeah.
to the Dwarf Lord.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm going to go 10 from the back corner of the Dwarf Lord.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So 10 from the back of the Dwarf Lord. I hit the Dwarf Lord.
Yep.
Strength 8, toughness 5. 6. Either way, it's a 2.
Yeah.
It wounds.
Yep.
-3.
Okay, so he's got Gromrel armor and shield.
Okay, so 3 up goes to a 6 up.
Yep.
And then you've got a 5 up from 2 runes. So fail the armor. Fail the ward. It does D3 plus 1 wounds. 3 wounds.
Yep.
So you're down to 3?
Yep.
So his name is Thrain?
Yes.
Get fucked, Thrain! Because everyone's a northerner around here. Like, so yeah, in the Badlands, everyone is a northerner.
Yes.
Even though it's more south than the Empire.
It is.
Yeah.
It's more like on the Mediterranean, isn't it? But
Yeah, but I'm thinking more we've not had lots of infrastructure investment
yeah.
like around here.
Yeah.
That's why there's no roads to the castle.
Exactly. The Northern Powerhouse hasn't reached the Badlands.
Exactly. So then it is into combat.
Yes.
Let's do this middle one first.
Sure.
I've got 3, a 3, and a 2, right?
Yeah.
And yours
so
are just all standards. I killed the champion. So the first 3 gets 2 hits, 2 wounds because of great weapon.
Yep.
Dead. The second 3 gets 1 hit, doesn't wound. The 2 gets 2 hits and 1 wound at -2. Dead. So you get 1 attack back.
So I'm not winning the combat either way.
No.
I
You
do
hit. Oh, you wound!
Yeah, -1 for this because there's the Cromwell weapon.
Right, so the -1 gives me heavy armour goes to a 6. Dead.
So at least I whittled down the unit a little bit.
Yeah, and that was against the 2 person.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was the middle, it was the 3 that died.
Yeah.
Just because it now matters
Oh, because he's going to step up.
because of the... Yeah. And you're going to step up into a group of 2. Right. So leadership test, I suppose.
Yeah. We're fine.
They're solid this time. They've seen one dwarf has mounted the wall. So it now matters.
That's how you do it, I believe.
Yeah. Into the brigands. I'm all going first. Oh no, you're initiative 3, aren't you?
Initiative 3, but you charge.
Yeah, my brigands are going first. So the desperado will strike. Gets 1 hit.
Mm-hmm.
What toughness are you?
4, I think, for Doom Seeker.
If it's 4, you've been wounded, sir. Oh no, a wound!
Toughness 4.
You take a wound.
Yeah, I don't think he's got any...
Runes of...
He's got no runes of anything.
He's got no runes of desperado breaking.
No.
Right, okay. And then we've got 3 of my archers at the same time as you.
Yeah.
So who are you striking into?
What's the difference between them? So...
He's Desperado and the brigands. There's 10, and they've got shields.
Well, I'll see how many attacks I get first.
All right, yeah, I suppose, yeah, before you have to allocate.
So 3. So I'll put 1 into the Desperado and 2 into the...
Into the archers. Yeah. Right, okay.
So Desperado is hit.
Desperado...
Is wounded.
Oh, no. You'll be... Oh, what minus are you?
Minus...
Oh, Gromrel weapons.
Yeah.
6s! Oh! Ho, ho! Oh, this took a turn. Right. I do feel for you, Phil, but not much.
Do you? Because you're doing a good job of hiding it? It's well concealed.
I always do. For any Americans out there, that was sarcastic.
Yeah, maybe not.
So, two into the peasant archers.
2 hits. 2 wounds.
Two dead.
2 dead, yeah.
And the peasant archers striking simultaneous.
Yes.
We get 2 hits because I hit on 5s, not 2s. No wounds. You win by 1.
Yep.
So let's see who runs. My peasant archers.
Run.
Run. My brigands.
Steely.
Yeah. So my peasant archers, how far do they run? 5 off the wall because you're still in contact, right?
Yep.
So I was sort of like forgoing and like, I just die.
No, but I can't pursue you.
Yeah, exactly. And my brigands will step up because we're too wide, going sideways on this walkway to get 2 in. So, in the combat over here, my paladin strikes first, having charged. So, you don't have any handguns or anything on your Thane, do you?
Handguns?
Yeah.
No.
I was just hoping against hope.
Are you issuing a challenge?
No. So you're issuing a challenge?
Yeah. I'll issue a challenge with my Thane. Why not?
With your Thane?
Yeah.
I'm going to die if I accept. My paladin on barded Pegasus steed accepts.
Okay.
So I get 3 attacks. I don't hit on 3s. Mm-hmm. The actual Pegasus...
Obviously
it's a royal Pegasus, sorry. Yeah, hits twice. Nay!
What strength is it?
Strength 5.
So 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Minus nothing.
1.
Do you have Gromril armour?
I can't remember. Do things?
Sure, roll it, see if it matters.
Yeah.
It does
matter.
Of course they do.
Yeah.
So then it's your attack. Let's do your attacks back now, regardless
the
of
challenge.
initiative.
So that's 5. Hitting you, I'm weapon skill 6. So
same.
Oh,
so
same.
4s.
And I have hatred characters. Doesn't come up because.
Yeah, I'm a character.
Yeah. No, of course it does. I think they do, don't they?
Yeah, shouldn't you have?
Probably been re-rolling because it confers to the unit.
Doesn't
it?
But
right.
So re-rolling that.
No. Makes no difference. I'm strength 6.
So 3s.
2 wounds. At -2.
-2 gives me a 5 up, 5 up.
Yeah.
Because I've got like heavy armor shield.
Yeah.
So for the 5 ups, lady, protect me! I take a wound. So that's 1 wound to fill.
Yep.
You've got your 3 idiots though.
Yeah, I did. Sorry.
Yes,
what?
you do. You agreed.
3 honourable retainers.
It's one hit. Who is?
Do they get the hatred?
I suppose steeds don't get special rules, but
we'll say no. Someone can correct us. Anyway, that's 2 wounds.
2.
-1.
Right. -1 gives me a 4 up. Your idiots are going to kill me now, Phil. They don't. I survive on a wound.
But not bad. 2
I'm going to
wounds.
stomp you. I do.
So that's just an armor save, right? Yeah. I don't care about that.
Right. Okay. Into the rest of the combat.
Yes.
I've got my axe of felling no one, it seems, this game.
Yeah.
You're going to do 1 attack into your unit champion.
Yep.
Get 2 hits. On a 1 or 2, that was in... one of the hits is in to the champion.
Yep.
So it is. Yep. So the one into the champion, -3's in. The other one, -3's in.
So I've got a normal Ironbreaker on a 6. No. Rerolling the 1. No.
Still on. 5 up for the
5
standard.
award. Yes.
Then the champion.
Oh, I saw that 6. No.
And then the 5 up ward.
No.
Champion is dead.
So I'm up by 1 now on the
yes
kills so far.
Next we've got my Morningstar Paladin, who hits once and wounds on a 4. No, as per. I've got 10 attacks now because we're out of the challenge from the peasant unit.
Yeah, true.
So hitting on 4s.
Not bad. Or
that was
possibly
good.
Just average. Not sure.
Stab in the dick. Ooh, so 3 of them wound. Ah, saved.
Yeah, whatever.
Heavy armour on those groins.
The groin plates held firm. I can't believe I'm getting sucked into this nonsense.
This nonsense.
I'm trying to play a serious game of Warhammer.
I can tell. So that's why you've got a Bugman's Universal Carrier.
Exactly, yeah.
Right. So your Ironbreaker attacks, you have 1, 2 that can go into my great weapons if you want.
Yeah.
And then you've got 1, 2, 3 that can go into my peasants.
Right. Didn't one die? So,
And 1 died, yeah.
So two into the peasants and then 2 into the...
Yeah.
So into the peasants, 1 hit. And then wounds, -1.
-1 gives me a 6. No! Right.
I'm going to have to start cheering every time he doesn't get a 6. Because
It's not that frequent. You just don't remember the ones where I don't, because I don't complain like you.
That is bullshit.
It's into the foot knights.
Yes!
Ha-ha!
What were we saying?
Balance is restored. Finally, the roles are equal. How many times have you misfired with your artillery pieces?
Enough.
Once.
Twice.
The twice once that did nothing though. They're like, it's just a -1 to hit.
Yeah, it did it. 'Cause it meant he didn't get a hit on the paladin, and
No,
he's now got 1 wound.
That didn't mean that. You meant that.
Yeah, right.
Right, so no wounds on my knights.
Now I'm being attacked personally for my dice rolling.
Right, so
Don't come and play games here.
So I've got 7 knights attacking into the side. I've got 4 hits. And these 3 wounds, one of which is Armour Bane.
Right, so Armour Bane.
Fails.
Grugny.
Dead. Right,
Then,
so you're still up by 1.
Yeah. And then 2. 1 is...
Saves 1, and then Grugny.
Save
Oh, so you're still up by 1.
Woohoo, right.
Right.
Oh.
Combat res time. You've got 2 banners, a kill. You've got a close, because you do still have close just about.
Yes, yeah. And that's it, right?
And that's it. I've got a rank, 2 close, a flank, a BSB.
So you win by 1.
Yes. So
Right.
you've got leadership 10 with a leadership 9 with a reroll or just run.
Yep. What
Oh,
else?
Steely.
What else?
Steely, he's a dwarf. What I'm going to do is follow up with my knights on foot and no one else.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll just shuffle with you and no one else will, so we'll just leave them there
Yeah.
for where they are. They're an inch away from your dwarf lord.
Who's about to charge into them?
Yeah. And with that, we'll get into the next turn. So it's into turn 6.
Yeah, so command phase, I'm going to add some movement to my Dwarf Lord, not that he needs it.
Okay, so he gets in.
But he's imbibed his Bugman's. And to give him a bit of strength for smashing the skulls of those.
Well, hopefully you hope you do it.
I do. Yeah, that's a given.
Yes.
I'm not sure what else I can really do.
I think he's into just shooting in, like...
I mean, I could move around with this, but can't.
To get out of the way so I don't kill you with my spellcaster.
I suppose,
Go on.
but what difference does it really make? There's no
Pride. Pride is what it makes.
And actually, the it could charge stuff. It's a chariot.
Yeah, if you wanted.
But I don't see how it's going to here. But yeah,
You could sneak it into the... It still counts a unit to get into the castle.
Yeah, true. So we'll move over this way.
Okay. Yeah, I'll allow you to do all that fudge stuff.
Yeah, that was very fudged. That was very fudged.
Right. So into shooting. Cannons into this wall section.
Yeah, cannons into the wall section.
Okay. Roll some misfire dice for me, please.
Right, cannon the first.
On the left.
Oh, hold on. Can I also charging here and I can't fail?
Yeah. So, cannons?
Yeah, we'll have a go at the wall.
Cannon into the wall. Right, okay.
I suppose, can I charge also here? Because then I might do something.
You've got no ladders.
Yeah, but I can hit the wall.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I get what you mean. So if you actually do enough damage with the cannons, they can start hurting.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Cannon the first.
On the left. Hits. What does it do? 10 plus 3, 13.
Yeah.
That does a damage point to it.
Yep. So cannon the second.
Yep.
Hits.
They've not been very misfirey this game. So that's 2,
12,
3 is 13.
Yeah. Does another
Damage the second.
Right, then the grudge thrower will
Shoot at the cannon, the only thing out of combat, or a wall?
well, he's out of combat.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
So I'll put it on his head.
Onto the peg lord's head. Cool.
Yep.
So you can see. So it's just
Yeah.
normal. No. Goodbye, template.
Although they're in combat with the wall, they can't do anything, so...
Well, they just attack automatically in the combat phase, don't they?
They do, but they're not going to have enough. The
Right.
damage hasn't built up enough for them to do anything. Oh, sorry, organ gun.
Yes.
I suppose it will fire at your...
My
peg lord?
Pegasus. I think you're too scared of him for what he is.
Probably, yeah.
Like for what he's been doing this game. Like you
But-
might as well.
But what other targets are there?
The cannon.
Well, yeah, that's even worse.
6 up to
So 18.
18. This is minus
6,
3 to hit because of range and my heavy cover. So 6s followed by 4s.
Yep.
Oh,
Isn't
what's that?
6
6
followed by 5s for minus 3?
No, 4s to 5s to 6s to 6s followed by 4s.
Okay. Yeah.
5 hits, and then wounding at strength 5 on 4s. 2 wounds.
No, it's 2 hits.
Oh, yes, 2 hits. Wounding on 4s now. 1, it could be enough. He's on
Could be.
1 wound. I've got 3 up goes to a 4 up because you're -1, right?
Yeah.
4 up.
Go and then you're...
Lady, hear my prayer. Cheated by the tray. Oh no, a brave hero falls.
I will say I found it...
disgraced knights.
Yeah. I found it excessively satisfying seeing him be removed.
Do you want me to do it again?
No.
so
I
you
like
can
him
have
off
that
the
choice.
table.
Right, okay.
Yeah, like...
That's all shooting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. So, combat, the Doomseeker.
Yes.
What's your initiative? 3.
3.
So, with a simultaneous.
Yes. So, you do yours?
Yeah, so 2d3. So, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
All hit. Yeah, because our weapon's got 5.
I'm 3.
Yeah, so...
Oh, right, yeah.
And then 3s.
So 5 dead, I guess. He's -1, isn't he?
Yeah.
So 6s. 4 dead.
Okay.
And then my 3 attacks back, because it's simultaneous. I get... So...
I'm not annoyed at all, by the way. I'm not bothered in the least.
I'm leaving that in. That in. That was recorded.
Oh,
Right.
shit.
The character Phil has been playing this entire time is broken.
Yeah. The mask has slipped.
So that's
I don't actually care.
4 dead, including the champion from my
I
peasant.
mean, I say I don't care. I'm glad that they're dead.
Yes.
Just be clear.
Yeah. Well, also my champion isn't dead because
No,
you didn't.
I didn't
target
I
him
didn't.
specifically.
Oh, we're playing like that, are we?
It
According
seems
to the rules.
Well, you said this is all about rules.
Yeah.
Exactly. Leadership test for them. I passed that. You've not doubled up +1 me.
True.
So I for by go. You're a manic slayer. Do you follow up? I go 4.
I'm going to try with my Swift Stride.
Yes.
So my normals, that's 4.
Okay.
And then obviously I can add Swift Stride.
Okay. So you.
Very, very unusual having Swift Stride for a dwarf.
Yeah, but that's what makes them so good, right? Yeah. That always makes them that an auto include because you're the only one taking auto includes. Right.
So we've got the wall combat and the Lord and...
Yes, let's do the
Knights
Lord combat, the wall combat.
Yeah,
first,
sure.
right?
So I'm actually going to strike first with this...
The
Long
dwarf
beard.
that's mounted the wall, yeah,
'Cause he's
hand weapon shield.
Yeah, right. So he's going to attack. He hits. He's strength 4. Wounds at -1 from
Right.
normal weapons.
So, I've got heavy armor.
Mhm.
No, the Grommer weapon does me in. My attack's back now.
Yep.
The one into the guy that's mounted the wall, I miss.
And then you've got 2
Yeah,
and
2
3.
against the guy at the bottom. Hits once. Wounds at -2, so a 6 up.
Saves.
And then 3 against the guy at the bottom. 3 hits.
Yeah.
2 wounds and an armor bane.
So Armor Bane.
Armor Bane's dead.
He's dead, yeah. Yeah.
So
One
the
attack.
one attack back
No,
misses.
hopelessly misses.
So
'Cause
we've
he's still at
drawn
-2.
combat.
Yeah, true.
I don't have a musician.
I do. But didn't we say that nothing counted other than kills?
Oh yeah, I suppose, yeah.
So I don't think we're counting a musician.
So we draw.
A musician doesn't help you get up a ladder. I suppose it. Yeah.
It quite literally does.
Yeah. Right. So we've then got this combat here where.
Dwarf Lord charged, he goes first.
Yes.
I'm going to issue a challenge with my first knight.
Okay.
BSB or Dwarf Lord has to accept.
Yeah.
Don't think it matters too much.
I'll accept with the BSB.
Right.
No. Yeah. That's fine.
So, because he's moving around the unit anyway,
Yeah.
it just, do you know, like, because he's not in the fighting rank. So, in the character step, he moves around the unit.
Yeah. Right. So.
5 into my.
Well, they'll
first
strike
knight?
simultaneous. What did you follow up and get +1?
I didn't, we slid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So they're simultaneous actually.
Dwarf Lord into the unit because you charged.
Yes. I need to look at what he's at.
So Dwarf Lord has 6 attacks,
So he's just hit.
and I've got no characters, so
Yeah. Three
hits. 2 wounds.
Yeah, that's 2
I've
dead.
not yet got the blessing.
So that's 2 dead.
2 dead.
And his retainers also.
Yeah.
1 hit.
And 3's to wound. Oh,
Trey saves me.
See, all the luck's on your side.
Yeah.
So it's -1
It
to me.
turns. It turns.
So that's 3 dead. Into the challenge
Yep.
with my champion. Oh, I suppose you do 2 iron breakers before this.
Yeah. Okay. 1 hit. No.
Right, so actually at initiative 1 now, we've got the challenge, and I've got 2, 3 dead. So that leaves 4 great weapons minus the champion.
So in the challenge, I get my 3 retainers first
Okay, go for it.
because they're at initiative 2.
Okay. 1 hit. Oh, you weapons skill 5, aren't you? 1 wound.
Strength 4, yeah, 1 wound.
Gromwell weapons gives me a 6. Oh! If anyone's counting how many 5s I've rolled,
It's a
for
lot.
heavy armour on a 6-up save.
And then my Thane gets to smash your already dead champion into a
Yes.
pulp, hopefully. Right.
Hits 4 times, yeah. 2s.
2's to squash.
3. So that just ignores my armour even. So it's 3 more wounds done.
Yep.
I think, Phil, you might have won this combat.
It does look that way.
I've got 3 attacks back into the iron breakers. I all miss.
And then
I'm going to stubborn.
I've got. Yeah, that's. I'm done, aren't I?
Yeah, you're done.
Because, yeah.
I'm going to stubborn.
Okay.
And I go away from the highest unit strength.
Yep.
2d6 picking the highest. 6.
Okay.
Oh no, allowing entry into the castle. So the pursuits, who's pursuing Phil?
So the Ironbreakers are going to attempt. Well, they're going to pursue because they
Okay.
have to attempt to do that. The Dwarf Lord will test to restrain. Just the thinking being that he'll run off that way,
Yeah.
and I probably want him.
Yeah.
Being
So
able
test
to-
to restrain.
We've got
He will, and then your iron breakers automatically get into, because
Yeah.
you're 2 inches away.
True.
So get into my peasants, and count as charging 2 inches.
Yeah.
Right, and that is
Is there any panic?
dwarf turn 6. No, because it's a unit strength. They're fleeing,
Yeah, true. So no.
and their unit strength much higher.
Yeah.
So that's Bretonnian's final turn. Let's roll to rally some peasants who are near my knights, if not my general, because my knights spread leadership. He's too far away from my general, so on the knights' leadership,
Well, they didn't
get
need
back
it.
into
They
the
did
fight,
not need it.
peasants. Well, I choose to believe it's only because the knights were there.
Yeah.
Is why that happened. Yeah, get back into the knights, you dirty, horrible peasants. So they're going to reform. and they're going to move forward because they count as moving. My knights are going to test to march. They do. And actually, what's your charge range? 10. I'm actually going to reform where I know I could have immediately reformed as I was doing the Fabigo, but I'm just going to like sort of condense my unit to get out of the way of the archers a bit in case I need a single wound chipped off that Dwarf Lord. And I'm staying outside of Phil's charge range of 10 because I don't want him to both remove my unit, because at the moment I'm sort of a denial unit.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it just allows me to stay that bit further up. Other than that, no movement. So into shooting, I'm going to cast the summoning on your Dwarf Lord. It irresistibly forces. Dice available to YouTube members and on Patreon. So I get 12 hits on the Dwarf Lord.
I'm going to test them. It's another Element Games sort of toilet dice situation.
The toilet dice. Well, you toughness 5?
Yes.
It's only 2 wounds, to be fair. So no poo dice necessary. -1 to your save is a 4 up.
It goes to a 4 up.
Yes.
He's got Gromrel and a shield. Well,
he's got Gromrel armor, so re-roll them.
Yeah. So 1 passes.
And your ward save is a 5 up.
Yes, it is. Yeah. No.
He takes a wound. He's down to 2. I smell dwarf blood. So I can see with 2 peasant archers who's going to wing a shot into the Dwarf Lord.
So it's at -2.
-2 because you're a skirmish character.
Right. Is that not hardcover?
Yeah, heavy cover.
Yeah. Heavy cover.
And yeah, you're just a unit strength 1 dude, aren't you?
Yeah.
So 6s, followed by 4s, followed by 6s. Oh, no. That would have been a long shot, but a good shot.
Well, it was a good shot, just...
Yeah, it was a good shot, just good armour as well. Cannon, Dwarf Lord, about that time.
You don't have to do this, you know.
From your perspective, I'm going to do it 10 inches from the back of the Dwarf Lord's base.
Oof.
2.
Oof.
So 8 from the back of the Dwarf Lord's base. Sticks in the mud and gets nothing. Combat time.
Yes.
Right. Let's do the combats here.
So the first to go is my...
Oh, let's do the Doomseeker.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So I'm initiative 3, you're also initiative 3, right?
Yeah, and you've pursued into 3, right? When I've reformed on the tower. Yeah. So... Oh no, you pursued. So your initiative a lot higher than that.
Initiative something higher.
Enough higher that you go in first, because you only need 1.
So 2d3.
Oh no, it's happening again.
Doomseekers.
So 5 attacks hitting on 3s.
Oh,
2.
Fairly bad.
2s to wound though. 2 wounds. 6 ups because you're growing more weapons. 2 dead, which leaves me 1 champion left.
Guys, I keep forgetting.
It's 1 hit and does a
wound. That would have been enough because he's only got 1 wound left.
But that's it. That's what I've been hoping for. And I think you've just killed some dogs because you're a bad person. So, into my leadership test.
Fine.
Love it.
Fine.
Love it. This fortress has been in our family for 10 generations, 20 years.
Yeah, exactly. A generation is 2 years.
Yeah.
They breed quickly, these peasants.
I told you the peasants breed quickly. Into the Longbeard combat.
So it's the Longbeard's going to go first.
Yeah,
the
that's
Longbeard
on
on the
top.
ramparts. He misses.
Good. So I've got 2 into each of these Longbeards.
Yeah.
2 into the Longbeard on the ramparts. That's 1 hit. Armour baned him.
He's
dead.
Yeah, dead.
2 into each of the other 2 Longbeards at the bottom. 2 hits on the first,
Dead.
double armor baned. Barefoot dice available on the Patreon, and 1 left alive. So into the Longbeard that survived.
Yeah, so he would be at the bottom of his ladder. Let's move him up.
Okay.
Misses.
Right. Okay,
So I've lost that combat.
You got leadership 10 re-rolling. You fine. You're fine. Old dwarfs.
So what have you got in this unit? I'll issue a challenge with my thing. Yeah, why not?
And you've not got the ignoring armor rune in this guy, have you?
No.
I'm going to accept
I've got
with my Frontier Axe guy.
I've got the ignoring multiple wounds.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. At this
Just so we
point,
know.
at this exact point,
Yeah.
my Meteoric Iron and Ward save, I'm just going to have to trust to eat up a load
The
of
5
damage.
up, 5 up, yeah.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't issue a challenge with him, but it is what it is. I've done it.
I've got no other champions even other than my BSB, which I sort of need. He's a lot of combat res for me, that one at the moment.
Yeah, true.
So, right. Who goes first? You pursued, you go first with everyone even. Actually, my spears equalise me.
Yeah.
Because you charged into spears.
So my...
Do you get initiative bonus for charging into cover behind a defended
I
obstacle?
don't know if you do.
So no? Because this counts as a charge? A pursuit counts as a charge?
It definitely counts as a charge.
Right, so no then. Right, so I guess I go first.
You do?
Morningstar guy into the unit. Hits twice. Oh, gets 2 wounds at -1.
Mm-hmm. So 4 ups. So 1...
Yeah, reroll the
ward.
1.
A rerolls passes. Ward save. No.
So that's 1 dead. We've got peasants. 10 of them. Who are going to spear to the... Well, we know where by now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe I should aim for somewhere other than the really armoured groin. 4 wounds though.
That's good. Yeah. It is really armoured. If that is where they're aiming. Are there thrusting spears going into the armoured groin?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, okay,
Aim
well.
somewhere else, guys. Maybe the shield you'll do more damage. Right, the Frontier Axe gets 2 hits because your weapon skill 6 as well.
Yes. 2 wounds.
2 wounds at -3.
Okay, so...
3 up goes... Oh no, because
No,
you were just
4
groin
up.
armour. Ignored.
Yeah.
So
5
up.
2 5 ups.
Does wound.
Does a wound. So he's on to...
So
5.
I've done 2 for purposes of the combat.
Yeah, and he's down to what? 5?
Yeah, well,
No, 4.
An ignorable amount at this point.
Yes.
Right.
Right, so...
You've got 3 attacks back into my unit, and all of your attacks back into my paladin.
Right, so unit... 1 hit.
1 hit, yeah.
Wounds.
Wounds at -1 is a 6. Dead. So combat res 1 to me. And then into my paladin.
I've got my retainers.
Yeah. Hits on 4, so that's 2 hits.
Wounds on 4s, right?
Yes.
1 wound at -1.
At -1, I've got meteoric iron.
So it's 5 up, 5
5
up.
up, 5
Yeah.
5 up.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And then...
Oh, it's a 5 up, 6 up actually, but
okay.
who cares? Because I just passed on.
So I've got then 5 attacks with my Thane with his 2 runes of fury. So
Yep.
oh,
2
it's
hits.
a reroll.
Rerolling them, yeah. Oh, 4 hits. Fuck off, dwarf characters.
4 wounds.
Right. 4 wounds on a 5 up,
So-
now 5 up because it's over strength 5.
So this is armor bane, but it doesn't
Yeah,
make a difference.
yeah, because of meteoric iron. 5 ups.
Oh.
Come on. Just past 1. Oh!
Oh!
The brave hero Ethelmax blasts off again. So
Has his head chopped off by...
I think he gets
Target
bonked. He gets
Torbran.
bonked into the distance,
Do you?
ready to come back another day.
Oh,
yeah.
right. It's like a Necromunda,
yeah.
Necromunda game where you get chopped in half, but
Yeah,
afterwards...
eviscerated,
Yeah.
but actually fine. So combat res. It's 1 kills to you, BSB, close,
Yep,
because you've got...
just about.
Yeah.
Just about. Literally,
So that's 3.
just.
BSB close. Oh, you've got an actual banner in the unit, haven't you?
Yes, yes.
I've got a rank close, a BSB, so I lose by 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking it on my leadership 8, re-rolling for a BSB.
Yeah.
So I pass and give ground.
Okay. So I guess.
And it's going into your turn.
Yep. 7, isn't it?
What do you want to follow up?
Well, I'd be better off charging, wouldn't I? So I've got a unit locked in combat, a unit on the walls. I'm going to charge with my Iron Breakers. I'm going to attempt to charge here if you can get through with my Lord.
Into what unit?
Into, well, how far are
So I stopped further away than you could
Right,
charge.
so I'll have to charge.
So I forgot that I'd done that until I then asked the question.
Yeah, but I do remember,
Yeah.
yeah. So it'll have to be into the unit of peasants.
Yeah, okay. They will... Oh, I'm going to hold, right. I'm not going to just flee on the last turn for no reason.
You can if you want.
No, let's fight the combat, because either way, I get off the board, don't I, and die.
Exactly, yeah. Right, so the Iron Breakers obviously are going to be automatically in.
Yeah. So your Lord, with his good brew in him,
Yeah.
gets in on a 6.
Yeah, he's got to be in, hasn't he?
Well in.
Easily.
Crash.
Dwarf Lords, when they can actually get into fights with
Pretty tasty.
good weapons, are actually pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, especially when you give him 2 runes of fury on a great weapon and ignore armour. So Phil's going to move his Bugman's Universal Carrier into the courtyard. So we are currently tied in the units in the courtyard.
Tied on the tower.
Yeah.
Max holds the
Yeah, because I've got 2 units
wall and the tower.
here. Yes. So...
Or, to put it a different way, Max is winning.
No! No, definitely. We're tied here. We'll see how that goes.
We will.
Any shooting. Stone thrower to the...
Gotta do
Right.
it. Gotta do it. Right, I've got scatter dice.
No. Stone thrower's done his job today.
Yeah. Has he?
They've... Maybe. They feel like they've done their job.
Yeah.
Cannons
What else? can we
to
do?
the wall.
Yeah. So we'll start with this one here.
So that's cannon on the left.
Hits. So
Predictably. Yeah.
So that's 10 plus 1 plus 2. So
13, which
That-
does another point of damage.
cannon
So it goes
second.
up to 3.
Yeah.
Very reliable, these cannons. I'm
Uh,
surprised Carrick Hearn doesn't have more of them.
Yeah, exactly.
More unrune. Maybe the runes are the problem. Stop messing about with the good design of the cannon by
That's
putting
it.
runes
That's
on them.
it. Right. Well, that's
2
the
definitely
same.
does another
Yeah.
damage point.
So
that's
what
to
am I up
4.
to?
Plus
4.
4.
Still can't do anything with the blokes down there.
Right, so into combat.
I've got the organ gun. Could that do anything? So the organ gun still can't do anything to this wall. It's not been damaged enough
Shoot
yet.
at the cannon.
So we might as well, yeah.
You might as well just get lucky.
8.
8 6s followed by 4s again. Followed by 6s. 6s is 1 hit. Doesn't go through.
Okay. Well, that makes life easy.
Yes. Are
Are
these stragglers or are these dead?
These are dead.
Right. Okay. I'm actually just going to put these running away, as you will be at the end of the battle.
I don't know why they don't just go through there, but they're in a unit.
Yeah. So combat.
Yeah. So
Doomseeker?
Doomseeker. Yeah, Doomseeker.
So we're simultaneous here.
Yes. I've only got 1 wound.
Okay. Oh, am I going first?
You can do.
Okay.
Oh.
I get 3 hits. I kill you.
You got him. Yeah, but he's before he goes out.
Yeah. Does he massacre everyone? So that's
very
5,
possibly.
5 to hits. There's 4 of me left.
No.
2, and then 2s.
Yeah.
And I've got a 6 up. No, 2 die. But I win by just being alive.
That does sound like a win.
Yeah. A very relieved bandit champion and his dog went to hold a tower.
So we should do the Longbeards.
Yeah, into the wall.
So you go first.
These guys that I pulled out before, actually, I was pulling them out to get to the bottom of the ladder.
I thought you were just baiting me.
I was, but that was the original purpose of pulling them out of the unit.
Right.
On the far right, I get 2 attacks, 2 hits, 1 wound at -2. You're
Dead.
dead.
Which we'll get this.
In the middle, gets 1 hit, 1 wound, is a 6 up. And then on the left, 1 hit, 1 wound, dead.
Right, leadership test. We're all right.
Yeah,
on our
completely
own
fine.
leadership now. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
because we're not doing any like for buy, go or give ground
No.
at the bottom.
Otherwise, you'd be running away and then having to.
Yeah, or it'd cut down the amount of turns actually attacking that
Exactly.
too often.
Right. So in this combat here, have you got any characters left?
I've got Standing Bearer McGee.
I'll issue a challenge, will I? Because then you could just decline it and go to the back. But then you wouldn't get.
I'll issue a challenge.
Okay, go on then.
Well, I do.
I'll accept with my lord because he's right there.
Okay. Right. So we're out of the unit. You strike first with your lord because you charged further. Oh, you've got a great weapon, haven't you?
Yeah.
So, me go first with Morningstar?
Yes.
Right. I get 3 hits. What? You've
Angry.
got 2 wounds left?
Yeah. He's
Strength
angry.
5, toughness 5. Oh, no.
1
No
wound.
wounds.
Strength 5.
Oh, yeah, 4. Yeah, yes. Yes.
So what?
I was looking for 5s then.
Is that
everything was
-1?
5s? Yes.
Reroll
Reroll it, 'cause it's
it,
Gromril?
'cause it's Gromril. That is a pass.
I hate Gromril armour.
On a Dwarf King, surely.
Sneaky
Surely.
dwarfsies. So your shield bearers?
Yep. So hitting back at column over there.
It's
they-
ones.
Do they get the reroll? I don't know.
Not because Steeds don't. I think
yeah,
we went
we
with.
told that, didn't we? Yeah, so that wounds.
Yeah, wounds. I've got a 5 up heavy armour and shield because of the -1 for Gromril weapons.
Yeah.
I fail. I've got the talisman of protection for a 5 up ward. So I take a wound and I'm down to 1.
So Dwarf Lord is going to come in with his 6 attacks.
Okay.
He-
Reroll
He does
a load of them.
reroll. That's 3 hits so far.
6 hits and then 2s.
Yep. So 6.
Right, and then -2, so I just get my talisman of protection.
Yeah.
I pass
Did you say 3?
So you win. You do 4 wounds and kill me
Yes.
for purposes of combat res. Into
Good.
the front of the unit, we've got 11 peasants that are going to be striking before your dudes.
Yep.
Because,
You anyway.
yeah, so Philly's actually initiative lower than my peasants for the unit here because actually he's charged through the battlements that have ruined that I keep forgetting at least. Phil might just be cheating. So I get 11 attacks, hitting on 4s, and I'll do this all into the Ironbreakers. So I just need to kill 1, and there's no close order there. I get 6. Going into 4 wounds. And this is to the head. Aim for the head. See?
So that's 1 that I will need to reroll. To use the ward save on.
Yeah. 2 that you need to use the wild save. No close for you! Yes! Well done, peasants. You really pulled it out at the end. You were terrible all game, but managed to
They've
drag
not
down a
been
few dwarves.
terrible. They've been alright.
They were good at standing around, which is their purpose, right?
Exactly.
So that's 2 to you. You've still got your 2 dwarfs and your BSB to go.
Yeah, so I've got 2 Ironbreakers and then 3 Retainers all the same. So,
Hit twice,
yep,
and then 3s.
1 wound.
6 up. Lady's blessing. Lady be praised.
And then 5 from the
Fury,
Thane.
yeah.
Hits with all of them and
2s.
wound on 2s. So
4 eviscerated.
Oh yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Right, so I don't get a rank bonus anymore.
Good.
So you deny my combat res, I deny a bit of yours.
Yes.
Right, let's count them up. And that was, what, 5 that you just killed then?
Yeah.
You've got 7 in your favour.
You've got...
I think we basically going off, you don't double +1 me.
Yeah, because although you've got close...
You've got BSB, you've got standard, you've got everything else.
Yep.
So I've got knights nearby, Am I nearby enough? I am. Use the knight's leadership of 8. Stand there, peasants. No.
Right, they're running, aren't
Rot
they?
row. Yes, they are running.
I'll pursue
6.
them with
You'll pursue at -1.
yeah.
Stubby.
So iron breakers.
Oh, you
6.
get me.
Yeah.
And then the dwarf lord.
Yeah, he'll pursue obviously. Goes 5.
So 6 is actually the exact distance to here.
Yeah. And then 5.
Oh. So we got all 6th and excited about it, but
We did.
actually, the peasants, by being within 6 and fleeing 6, popped through my foot knights. They're still running, so don't count as being alive at the end of the game, obviously, which is now. And Phil's units have ended up as such, in quite a cinematic breach of the walls. And with that, we'll get into the outro and the scores. Well, we decided to call it a draw in the end because there's 2 methods of scoring a game. The first is in the appendix, which you split the courtyard into sections and see who controls it with unit strength 5, of which I had one side of the courtyard and Phil, you reasonably had the other.
Yeah.
Shield bearers only counting as one model aside, but let's not do that silliness. So, and it felt that way as well.
Yeah, it felt like
Yeah, versus
very first
the
game. The 2002
General's
annual.
Compendium. Oh, the annual.
Yeah.
Which changed it to like holding all different towers and stuff, but with it, it felt genuinely like that was a draw / a snapshot in time where it's a draw. And the dwarves just having gained character named after their new owners. Yeah. It means giant buffoon in Dwarf. It's Darwin.
Exactly.
So yeah, who knew as well, like cannons in a siege would be quite useful.
Yeah, on both sides.
Yeah, it's something that I think, the Pegasus Lord, not that great. Having maybe a couple of cannons to batter at the enemy cannons. Getting rid of that organ gun, that should have been done earlier.
Because actually the organ gun was the thing that finally brought down the the gatehouse, right?
And it's because of the so many hits. I know you rolled like an abhorrent number of hits. In that
Abhorrent. I personally found it a good number.
Well, it was like 18, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or 16 or 18. So there's only 20 damage results on that table.
Yeah. So
or 20 points of him. So
once you get to the threshold of causing damage with a weapon like that,
Yeah.
it's going to just blow
motor
through
it.
it.
Yeah. So that needed to die sooner. But
Yeah.
other than that, actually, like having the Doom Seeker take the wall and then be a massive threat, which is different to how we did it last time, where you needed 60s to hit and then you didn't take the wall, you just killed that bloke.
See, I think that like the -2 to hit is better than the 6s. I
Yeah.
suppose you could have played it differently than I did and had like characters up the ladders.
Yeah.
And maybe then the -2 would have. I don't know how much, because you'd still only
So
be hitting
your
on
long
5s.
beards, your long beards were a good example.
Yeah.
Hitting on 5s, and yes, they would have had more wounds to not die if they did get up.
Yeah.
Because say like
Or
my-
done more wounds potentially if they got a couple of hits or something with a 6
Yeah.
attack lord or something like that. You could do that.
Yeah.
You know, 4 attacks plus his 2 runes of fury. Maybe that would be the way to go, not on a shield.
Yeah, not on his stupid shield bearers.
Yeah.
But I don't think we change anything in how we're playing this.
No.
Like, because coming to a draw that I feel was so close, I think then, we need to look at this with our list of what we're doing more to just playtest it more.
Yeah, exactly, because we've given the siege equipment a bit of a boost.
Yeah.
And you still shot the siege tower, but we were talking about this before we were recording, weren't we? That if you gave them another boost, well then I'll take 2 siege towers and suddenly they'll both get to the walls.
Yeah.
And then it'll just be like overrun the defenders.
Like, you can already take 2 siege towers, and I think it'd already be dicey at that point, actually knocking down... Well, knocking down 1, doable, obviously, but then it's still like, maybe it's going to be a turn of combat, and then the towers knocked down.
Yeah.
Which can feel quite cinematic, actually, if if that's the point it come to.
Yeah, exactly.
Like shooting along the wall, bash, siege tower that's half empty gets shot out.
And it should be possible to knock down the siege tower and destroy it.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully everyone enjoyed watching that. Hopefully you'll tune in next time. Do all the YouTubey things so Phil knows that you want to see these siege games with him.
That's it.
And we'll catch you next time in a bit.